Welcome to the to the garage, whatever.
You know what you're listening to. Shut the hell up.
Follow us on Podcast Garage on Instagram. That's where we'll say sup. Get our gear, our merch on mancavecomplex.com. Check us out on YouTube, The Garage and Evan and Friends, or whatever. You type it in, you'll find us. To my left, as always, Mr. Ryan Rickus.
What's up?
And across from us, after a 40-episode hiatus, my God! 40 episodes!
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
That's like half of our episodes.
Well, here's the thing. He was suspended after his second episode. He was our first guest.
Was he?
Yes, he was our first
Oh,
guest.
yeah.
He was only episode like 3 or 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even think you guys were.
So that's why it took real slow for our thing to take off. Our first guest.
People were like, Jesus.
Jeez, God. He told a story about the Amish guy, like, drunk driving to go cheat on his girlfriend on a horse and buggy.
It's happening to the memory bank.
Yeah, and then he was on again, and then we had to suspend him for 12 episodes because he rang the bell.
Give me the bell. Do it again.
No. I mean, you were just suspended for another 40.
But it gets higher because that was like probably episode 10.
Now that we get
like
1,000 listens an episode, you ring the bell, you may never come on again.
Shit.
We're no longer friends, actually.
Wow.
Mason Perkins, everybody.
Hey, guys. Feels good to be back.
Hell yes. Now, I did ask you to Germex and all that because rumor has it you were in Beijing, China recently.
Yes. The coronavirus started.
With you.
You brought back a bunch of birds in a plastic bag or something?
Yes. It actually started.
I think that's how it started.
It started in Palmyra, New Jersey. It's weird.
You brought just a bag of...
And then went back out there.
Bag
the actual epicenter was on West Henry Street.
There you go.
Palmyra,
And then you went to China and took it there.
Yes, I brought it.
And then...
I'll show them.
You cured yourself and came back.
Yes.
I'll show them what country runs things. I'll bring dead birds on a plane. Now, I'm not exactly sure that's how the coronavirus started, but...
I'm pretty sure it's not. Actually, I have no idea how it did, actually.
Rumor has it it's man-made from a professor from Harvard or Stanford. Little conspiracy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who was getting paid by the Chinese. Now, I don't know the story completely. Either way, all I know is he was the professor at Stanford. Now, guys, like I said a million times, if you're new, you're going to hear this a lot. I do no fact-checking. I might have read a title on a fucking little piece of, like, internet thing as I was scrolling through shit. Now, from what I understand...
You were a big picture guy in high school, right? Like,
huge,
flipping through the
still
history
am.
book, just looking at the pictures.
10 years later, still am.
The pop-ups.
Now,
It's only got pop-up books
They're
in
like,
the house.
popcorn,
And it's not because it's slow.
Popcorn Evan?
Yeah.
What?
3D, yeah.
Where are we?
3D cards and everything. It's only. I like the cards that you open up and I'm
They
walking
sing.
on sunshine. Have a great day. So the Chinese government or something was paying this guy to work on some type of whatnot and what have you. But the conspiracy is that he created a virus, or he helped create this virus to kind of help exterminate. I don't know if
People.
the exterminate part is, you know, what the Chinese government was looking for, but like I don't know if they're trying to get their population down or what. Now, like I said, I could be
Mason's coming at you today.
I could be making half of this up.
Or all of it.
Or none of it.
Or none of it. I don't know anything about it. I didn't look into it at all. Except that the symptoms are like basic cold symptoms.
Well, that's the thing.
Like
People
the
are
flu. I think it's a little more serious than a cold, but it's like
I was gonna say, it's
Okay.
not as
No,
it's
no,
not
I'm
as
just
bad
saying-
as the
I
flu.
mean,
I'm saying the
flu
symptoms.
is more serious than
The
this.
flu
They're
killed-
Just, it's just the media making it like more than it has to be.
Well,
I'm saying the
flu
symptoms
kills, like,
are it's like
thousands and thousands of people.
65,000 in
Yeah.
2019. The flu killed.
Yeah, that's wild.
it's like
Yeah, it is.
it's like a fever and like shortness of breath
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
Mm.
Coughing.
Yeah, it's what Kate
That's-
has right now. Like she's at home sick with
Right.
coronavirus.
So on Good Morning America this morning, it's funny too because the media does like to hype shit up. But I mean, they have a job to do. They need ratings. But so they bring on like a scientist or somebody who works for one of the medical journals or some shit. She's like, we will be able to contain it eventually. Because some people were in a full panic. Other people are like, who cares? And I'm the who cares guy. When they say, don't travel to Beijing, I was like, oh, no. You think I'll get my money back for my ticket that I'll never buy? So the
But the problem is other people do.
Have you looked up the prices of masks online right now?
I got a box over there I'm about to sell.
Yeah, well, you should because they're worth like $250.
Good.
They like skyrocketed the price.
So the lady's like, the good thing is, it's not hitting any babies. Like, it's not been attached to any babies, which is what everybody would be concerned. She's like, it's usually everything is always young or really old. The people in the middle from 12 to 50 or 60 are always fine. I mean, you might get sick with the flu and shit, but she's like, yeah, but it's really hitting older people harder. People who have like diabetes and Alzheimer's. I'm like, shit. Then people get sick from everything. You can't just pick out the sickest people who are already sick and say now they got sicker.
Well, that's the 65,000 people that die from the flu.
Exactly.
Like
they're all 80 years old, I think.
Ish.
Ish.
So what are you saying? We shouldn't be afraid of the coronavirus?
I'm not.
I'm pretty sure the CDC was like, it's going to be a pandemic.
70% of the world's going to get... All right, well, then what do you want me to do about it?
Whatever.
I don't know shit. What do you want me to get my beakers out and start fucking spilling some shit? Getting the baking soda and the vinegar and start coming up with
Guys, I think I got it.
Guys, if you just put a battery in your bathtub and jump in it, it'll be a lot easier.
They're gonna make a TV show about Ev. It's gonna be like the new Walter White, but he creates
but the opposite.
Creates a vaccine for the coronavirus.
Accidentally, as he's Googling stuff.
Or I'm gonna wake up one day and everyone's gonna be dead, and me, Chelsea, and the baby will be walking around like I Am Legend. I'm like, oh shit, deer running down the street.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell no.
If your family's with you.
Yeah,
right.
No.
Hell no. If I wake up and I'm completely by myself, I'd be like.
I think either way, eventually you're just gonna want to. I think that if there's some kind of outbreak like I Am Legend or zombies or...
The zombie part's freaky.
I feel like I'm going to be an early death.
Well, yeah, we've talked about this before. Now, it depends on what the zombie is. If it's the zombie with the nighttime shit, you can... Well, how do you know?
Right.
But
28 days later? Is that the name of it?
The 28 day later
you're not
vampires, you're done.
You're not
They're
surviving.
coming in your house and shit. But the ones at night... You can board up your house, so no lights coming in and shit like that. Or
that house in I Am Legend is serious.
Oh, he's got like metal and stuff. But like,
I can't do that during the day.
Do they smell you and then they bang on the window, or are they just?
No, I think they were in I Am Legend. I think they just couldn't go in the sun.
Yeah, it was the sunlight because that's why he would be out hunting during the day. I think.
So they would like follow him and be like, "Oh, that's the house that he went in."
The only reason I remember any of this because I think I scrolled past it on TV the other day and watched like 5
Great
minutes
movie.
of it, so
Great movie.
Yeah, I remember everything about it now.
The worst part is when he has to kill his own dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If they just cut that scene, it'd be way better. I'd watch it more often.
Exactly.
But now, I mean, stupid.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to be for. What am I going to do about it? I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. Would you want to be one that is still around? Like, let's say in this whole area, South Jersey. Well, not South Jersey, but like maybe the county, these couple towns around here. It's you, Chelsea, and Sloan. Don't get me wrong.
There'll be plenty of food.
Well, will there be? I don't know. How long into this zombie apocalypse are we? Because that's what confuses me about some of these movies sometimes. Like Zombieland, for example.
Zombieland is why I do like it, because that seems fun as shit.
It does.
Yeah.
However, I don't understand, like, the premise. Zombies came. A lot of people died. There's, like, basically no people left. But there's still cars, like, all over the highway. Like, people died in the instant that they were there. I don't understand. Like, weren't they, like, trying to get away?
Yeah, I think it was, like,
there's, like, no
like
food.
When people, like, leave, like, if there's, like, a hurricane or something, and the traffic's just backed up. And then, I think
and then they get out of the car and
start walking
yeah.
Became a zombie.
But, like, do people actually...
Now,
here's the thing. Do people die, or do they just become zombies? Because if people die... If everybody becomes a zombie, then you're screwed.
Yeah.
But if people actually die, and there's only a certain amount of zombies, you'll be able to figure something out.
Right, and it would have to be a low, like, 10% are zombies.
Because there's plenty of cars. You can go car to car. You'll never run out of gas. Plus, if there's only one person driving around,
Yeah.
you just fuel up.
I'm going to FC Kirkback.
I'm definitely doing this in style. If you think I'm not getting a Bentley SUV to fucking mow people down,
One of the Rolls Royce SUVs.
you're out of your
or the
mind. I'm
Lambo
taking the
SUV.
doors off, too.
Where can you buy tanks? 'Cause that's where I want to go. Don't worry, I'll go fucking 2 miles an hour.
One of the lifted
down the center of
Silverados
it.
at like Mall Chevrolet. Like, let's go. Be sick.
But then how long until like the food on the shelves is gonna eventually
Yeah, I'll
get
be
shitty?
dead before all the food's done.
Right, but like you can't get like bread and milk and shit like that because it's gonna be
Yeah,
bad
but
in a week.
I don't eat bread and milk now.
Right, but I'm saying it would be all canned food. You being canned
Most
beans.
of it, but I'm saying I'm like pickles and shit. They last for like 3-5 years when you don't open them.
Tasty cakes don't expire, so you can just.
But I'm like, if you get a good amount of meat and put it in your freezer, you just start freezing shit.
Yeah, and I guess you could just take
electric, dude.
You could take over.
I mean, was my neighbor gonna say I'm not allowed over? The bar was freezer. You know what I mean? Like,
Can I use your
you start
freezer?
stuffing
You're dead.
Start stuffing people's freezers with fucking meat.
Right, but then what if the electric's out?
That's a problem.
I don't know how
Better
electricity
steal a
works.
PSE&G truck and try to make it work.
I just don't
Start
see
hitting
the
something.
electric just getting turned off though.
Yeah, I don't know.
What if it? I mean, it probably needs to be maintained and shit. Like,
I'm
you
sure
don't-
I can
you
find a
don't run
generator.
You don't run electric lines and then just, all right, we're done. Let's
Well,
start
yeah, if
charging.
one falls, I'm not going to know how to fix it, but we can also find some generators.
Right, I get you. But PSE&G does other things than just
You have to
replace
right.
bald.
You have to
phone.
adapt. Go find a fucking generator, dude.
Now,
There's
are you
going to
going-
be an
are you
answer
going-
for all your problems.
are
I'm
you going
never
up in the
going to run out
mountains?
of gas in my lifetime.
Are you going up the mountains or something like that?
I might go there and come back. Depends. I don't know.
why don't-
Let's take a trip.
DM the actor on The Walking Dead, you know, that show that's been 14 seasons too long,
Right.
and just ask him what he's done the whole time.
In the summer, it's bright until like 8:30 at night. I can easily go to the Poconos, mosey on around, and maybe come back. I don't know. See what's
I got to
up.
do something to kill
See
the
if there's any
time.
bear zombies up there or something. I don't know.
I don't have to go to work anymore.
If there's
so-
less people up there, then I would chill.
Bear zombies.
I mean, there's gonna be less people up there, period.
Yeah.
But if there's less zombies,
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I might end up in fucking. You know what would be a good thing to do is probably go into a hotel. A lot of rooms. You're high off the ground.
Okay, like a big hotel.
Yeah, I think that could be a good move.
Yeah.
Because obviously you could park cars in front of. We've talked about this before,
I think we have.
Because you could definitely block doors and windows. The first floor, forget it. You're an idiot.
You going to like a casino? Like
Yeah,
like
you can
on
get
the
up
15th
there.
floor?
You can get up there.
I'll go out to Vegas.
Fuck it, let's take a ride.
Just drive.
No, this is unrelated to the zombie stuff. You
Yeah,
guys want to go
let's
to
take a
Vegas?
ride. Imagine driving to Vegas. I'd probably make it to like.
We can just walk like in the Book of Eli. Doesn't he walk across the whole country? Isn't that some
I've
shit
never
like that
seen the
happen?
Book of Eli.
Really?
I don't think it's across. Is
that's
it
a
across
good
the
movie.
country? He walks
It's like
far.
yeah.
I don't know if
He's
it's
walking. I'm pretty sure he's
it's
walking.
like
Yeah, but he also
wide.
has like very special sword skills.
Yeah. Well, if you
And he has the Book of Eli on him.
You've seen the movie, so I don't want to ruin it for you, but it's pretty wild.
Spoiler alert, 2007. Fucking say it.
In the end, he's blind. The whole Bible was in Braille, so he had to speak it and to whoever wrote it all down. Spoiler alert.
I am in shock.
I think that movie
Yeah, you
came out
should
in
be.
like 2006.
Feel my pulse.
2007.
That's the only. No, the Equalizer. He did 2 Book of Eli's.
No, I think it was the Equalizer he did too, and then the Book of Eli was separate.
Okay.
But the Book of Eli's nuts. There's one scene where he chops off like 24 heads. It's pretty cool.
Damn.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
a
you
good
should-
movie.
You
I
should
like
watch it. I
Yeah.
enjoy it.
Yeah. Now that I know he's blind,
Yeah. You told him to spoil it.
Yeah.
I don't care about.
Mila Kunis is in it.
Oh, got me.
Yeah,
I'm in.
you're in.
That's it.
You're
That
in.
70s show.
Did you hear about the show, the movie, The Book of Eli? Have you ever heard about
Have
it?
you ever heard of the Book of Eli?
Yeah, it's new. It just came out a little while ago. 12 years ago.
Denzel's best work.
Yeah.
Speaking of watching movies, I watched The Joker.
And have you seen the Joker?
No, I have not.
Jesus
Spoil it.
Christ.
Spoil it.
Whatever, dude. No, I mean, it's a movie about a
I
Joker.
literally didn't watch like the Batman trilogy movies until like 2 years ago.
Lana,
so
what are you eating?
I'm a little behind.
Get out of here.
You are a little bit behind because
Yeah.
they're good fucking
They're
movies.
great movies.
They're
They are
fantastic. Christopher Nolan is a genius.
So you didn't know anything that was going on with Heath Ledger when he died and everybody, you were like, oh, I guess he was good in it, and then you
Dude,
moved
I
on.
like 10 things I hate about you. The disrespect.
Yeah, and then actually Sean, when he was living with me, he was like, "You've never seen any of the Batmans." I was like, "Nah, like where do I start?" Because there's
He
like
said,
20 of them.
Pop a seat next to here.
And he said Batman Begins, and then
Oh, so you went all? Oh, Batman Begins. Okay, sorry.
yeah,
I thought. Okay, go ahead.
and then I watched the other two after that.
So you didn't go all the way back.
No, I didn't go all the way back.
There's no need to. They're not related.
No, they're stupid.
What do you think? Joker. Spoiler alert for the Joker. It's a little bit newer movie, so spoiler alert starting 3, 2, 1.
I thought it was a good movie. Wait, did you say you didn't like it?
I said I liked it a lot.
Oh.
I said I didn't like the first hour. I was like, oh man, a lot of hype, and then all of a sudden it gets like really good.
Yeah, I definitely thought it was good.
Definitely was good.
Isn't he like whoever the actor was? Isn't he like the first one to not win like an Oscar or something?
I thought he did
for
win
his...
one.
I thought he did too.
I don't know. I might just be.
You just
Like I
made
said,
shit
I
up?
didn't make the movie.
You just
I didn't
made
see
shit
the
up,
movie,
dude?
So
You
I'm
just-
just making it up.
What do you think this is,
Just
dude? We're-
spit firing with your not guilty shirt on.
You can't just say that on this podcast. We are all about facts here.
Oh, let me fact check real quick.
Before
Mute
you
me.
speak again,
Mute my goddamn
Mason's,
mic, all right?
Mason's currently wearing a non-guilty shirt, and it said
Non-guilty.
non-guilty shirt, and it's O.J. Simpson and Donald Trump having martinis together. Unbelievable.
I saw it. I had to buy it.
unbelievable.
He probably bought. Mason's the type of dude who'd buy like his girlfriend Kate. He'd get like her the shorts that says like Mason's ass and like written on her, shit like airbrushed on the boardwalk.
From from the boardwalk.
She's wearing them right now.
They're her nighttime shorts.
My bitch.
Yeah. I have like the black or like the neon T-shirts.
It's
that
a
say
license plate that says I
say-
tapped that.
Wasted AF on
I
and shit
tapped
like
that.
But hold on, let's go back to zombies real quick because what would be worse? Zombies, werewolves,
Whoa.
vampires.
Whoa.
What else? Is that it?
Like it, as in like.
What
Like
are
if-
other movies that
Like
people
if
make?
Monster Squad or if there was like real live things. Well, vampires I feel are like very sexy and like you would want to be a vampire more than you would want.
Well,
Werewolves are bad.
I think that's outside of like Twilight.
No, I'm talking about like True Blood type style.
Okay, because I was thinking more like Blade.
That's
When
sexy too.
their mouths
Oh,
open
the
up
second
and shit
one.
like that.
That's like a vampire morphed into something. Because
Right.
Blade 1,
The
they're
mutant.
like their blood is like
they're
ecstasy.
at raves and
They're
shit.
like dun, 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 dun. Like the sprinklers come. Yeah, the sprinklers come on. Everyone's all covered in blood, and he's sitting in the middle
Yeah.
with a sword. You're like, oh shit!
When are they remaking those?
Yo,
We're
get him, Snipes!
We're getting him involved in the other universes at least.
Get him, Snipes! Wesley
Um,
Snipes fuck you up. He fuck you up if you don't come correct.
if you don't get out of his way.
He'll fuck you up.
But is that it? Vampires,
Werewolves.
werewolves, zombies.
Yeah,
What
I mean
else are-
Frankenstein's not really a
Yeah.
thing you'd have to be too concerned with.
Gorillas.
Well, that's
I'm
an
saying
animal.
like, you know what I mean.
We're
Well-
talking about animals.
I would say
werewolves,
a
not
werewolf would definitely have to be the scariest thing. Probably,
Yeah, fuck that. When they like circle you. in
dude,
a
they're
pack,
just like
no
I don't know.
thanks.
I mean, that's even more than like, what if they're actually like human-like? A werewolf is. I mean, it's a wolf, which would be like a bear type thing. You don't want that shit.
Yeah, wolves will fuck you up.
A vampire, I feel, is like more like they kind of.
But you got to go. I guess you got to go the most badass of all three. Like we're talking 28 Days Later. We're talking
Zombies are so.
like werewolves that
Zombies
that fucking.
can't compete. I don't feel like. What about a mummy? You want to throw a mummy in there? The monster mash. The monster mash. So don't go. Stay out of the swamps. You know they got things.
Alligators.
Swamp bangs. Vampires got to be the coolest though. You guys ever see Interview
On what
with a
you would want
Vampire?
to be.
No, I
You
haven't.
ever see? What do you watch?
Not Interviews with a Vampire.
Interview with a Vampire.
Is that a movie?
Tom Cruise, Brad Pitt, a young
I'll watch it. I'll watch
Kirsten
it.
Dunst.
I'll watch it tonight.
Very good. They kind of depict vampires and being gay, which is I don't know why that's. It's like 1700. It's like early British.
Yeah, I
They
mean.
do that
Yeah.
type
When
of
did
thing.
when did vampires get that kind of vampires get that
Let
kind
me
of
drink something.
When did vampires come out?
get that kind of
Like,
That's a good point. That's a good point. But when did they get that kind of rap? Like, it's always like a
We're
movie.
gay.
It's always like a movie that other people base those characters on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, right, like Vlad the Impaler, it was supposed to be Dracula.
Right.
That's how they start, because he drank blood of the
Right,
you know,
and
the
he
people
had
they
the
conquered and
general
shit.
look
Vlad.
of Dracula, so then they made movies based on vampires and stuff after that. You know what I mean? If we made a
Dracula's a
movie.
wild character if you think about it.
Um,
You ever see just Dracula?
no.
Not Keanu Reeves, Gary Oldman, Bram Stoker's Dracula 2000. Very interesting. Very interesting. He's in a castle, Transylvania. Go ahead.
Anywho, so
Am I
you guys don't-
Googling
you
are
guys don't have-
vampires gay?
Yes. Yes.
Vampire Diaries.
Vampire Weekend?
Vampires.
Vampire.
Oh, no, I think it was
Vampire
Black.
Facial? What's that? That was one of the options. I'm just reading it out loud.
Werewolves.
I don't know what to tell you.
Werewolves are like awesome, but
Werewolves
there we
of
go.
London.
Here we are.
Ahoo.
Werewolves. No.
Play it.
What do you think this is, dude?
Yeah, like I wanted werewolves. Why are they giving me all the
Because you
songs?
typed in Werewolves of London.
Did
You
I?
guys can afford a lawsuit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Copyright.
Told you, dude. I just got my tax return.
Yeah.
Van Helsing.
$250,000 it is.
Look at that. That's creepy. Seen something like that? Imagine just seeing that in the woods.
Right, so you like I said, you'd have to use the like most badass of all three
Who was
characters.
the first werewolf?
Some scholars.
Gilgamesh.
Oh, we read that in
Always kno-
school, didn't we?
The oldest known Western prose when Gilgamesh.
Nah, we read Beowulf.
We did, but I think we read
a
that
lover
Epic of
became-
Gilgamesh.
Ev was
too.
just looking at the pictures.
I went to the movie. In 3
Yeah,
days.
see?
So did we.
See?
We all did.
Oh,
We
that
all
was
had it.
Beowulf. That was
Yeah,
Beowulf.
Beowulf.
I was gonna say I don't remember the
With
movie
Miss-
Epic
with-
of Gilgamesh.
with,
but
So
Miss
werewolves
Eden.
made an early appearance in the Greek mythology with the legend of Lycaon. Don't know him.
Wow.
Anybody else got anything to add? You think?
no,
No.
I mean,
I'm
Silver
just thinking of the
Bullet.
movie. I'm just thinking of the movie Underworld.
You ever see the movie Silver Bullet?
No.
1980s werewolf. The priest is a werewolf, dude. So this kid in a wheelchair shoots him with a silver bullet at the end. Spoiler.
Dude, I was just gonna watch
But
it.
just such a. I think I'm gonna start. There was a movie on Netflix. I was scrolling through Netflix, so I've been watching 80, not a ton, but like 80s movies, getting back into them. Because
I'm not feeling it.
yeah, well, I know.
Because the movies today are just so much better. It's
Of
40
course.
years ago.
Of course.
That's crazy to think about.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's crazy.
40 fucking years ago?
Feels like it was 20 years ago.
1985, Silver Bullet. But you have to go in knowing that they're bad, and then you can be like, oh, okay.
Right.
Oh, no.
And that's what I say about the Adam Sandler movies. And you get mad that they're not good.
I didn't say I didn't like Adam Sandler. He was on my top 5 most entertaining people.
Okay,
I just
fair enough.
said, "Where's your boy?" Sucks.
That's my boy.
Look at
You
yeah,
get-
there's the
Yo,
priest.
speaking of shows, you brought it up
Okay.
in one of the last podcasts about Ricky Gervais.
Okay.
I watched Afterlife on Netflix.
Yeah.
Did you watch it?
I haven't
Lana!
seen it, no.
Oh,
Please.
I'm not going to ruin it then. 'cause
I heard him talk about it on.
that's
the-
the reason why I
the-
watched
whatever
it.
it was.
And it's hilarious. It's 6 episodes. They're
Dude,
like 20
he's
they're like
fucking
25
hilarious.
minutes long. It's sad as hell, but it's fucking
He's
hilarious.
very clever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so funny. I highly recommend it.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan.
He's very clever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mace, we're doing Broad Street again, dude. You're looking chunky. How you feeling?
Hey man, I'm might go into it this year heavier than ever, but you know I'll still finish.
So Mace sends
Finish
me a
faster
snap.
faster than Ev.
Sends it
Mm.
sends a snap saying, "Oh, 2 boozing weekends really did me dirty." It said 248. It said, "Well, I don't know what you gained in 2 weekends, but you were already fat before you went on the trip."
Fuck off.
So if you think you gained 18 pounds in 2 weekends, you're
It
mistaken.
was about that.
Yeah.
It
And that was
about
18 more than you already
Yeah.
are, you fat fuck.
Oh Christ.
So
I'm back on then going in the right direction, downward.
There you go.
you didn't
I'm just
train
going
for the
down.
last one. Is this your second one too, or
This is
you
my
done-
third one.
Third one.
No, I the first one I like really trained for, and then I
Was that your best time? Your first
Yes.
one? What was that?
not good, but it was my best time.
Yeah, I know.
You don't
was
remember
your
what
first
it was?
I think it was like an hour 31. I think.
Okay.
All right, because I
Last year-
did an hour 43 last year.
Yeah, last year was like an hour 38 or something. I was slower, but I felt a lot better at the end of the run. Like I didn't really I just kept one single pace and just didn't stop.
Oh, I remember 2 years. So 2 years ago was the one that like you couldn't move, you couldn't walk.
Yeah,
the
I
next
fucked
day.
up my foot. The
Fasciitis.
plantar fasciitis.
That plantar.
I
fasciitis.
felt a pop, and dude, that was bad.
It'll do it.
But yeah, so I just figured I would chill.
Mhm.
No, the one race that I did was after the first year I did Broad Street. I didn't run for 6 months or train after that, and just figured, yeah, I'll hop into a half marathon.
Oh shit.
And that was the worst pain I was ever in for like.
Oh, maybe
3
that's
days
what I was
after.
thinking. Like you literally couldn't walk.
Couldn't move. I got out of bed and collapsed on the floor. Like,
Oh,
it was
damn.
horrible. But yeah, so that's
Where was the half marathon at?
in Philadelphia. It was the Philadelphia half marathon. It was marathon weekend. It's like every year in November.
Yeah.
So
It's
you
like
were
it's
thinking
like a big thing, dude.
you were thinking you trained enough for Broad Street.
I was like, dude, I ran 10 miles like 7 months ago. What's
7
How
months
much could
ago.
How much could I have lost?
How many of those boozing weekends did I have
What's
since then?
13.1? Oh yeah, I was heavy going.
If
into
I
that half
gain
marathon,
8
dude.
pounds every weekend,
I'll be 4,000 pounds by the time this thing starts. I
Dude,
can
there-
roll.
I
can
was in
roll
like
down.
the last like 2 mile stretch of that half marathon, right? And I was probably like 245 pounds going into that fucking race, dude. Like not in shape.
oh,
whatsoever.
so you're usually in the 240s. You're
No.
You're,
That's
you're
when-
comfortably
That's
in the
when I get up
240s.
there. That's when I'll be like, yo, get your ass back in the gym, you fat fuck. But
Mason
it was like the
Mason
last-
likes to live in the 240s.
it was like the last like 2 mile stretch, and I'm dying. I'm just like looking down. I'm running in the middle of the road on the 2 double lines, just trying to stay on that. So I can
Pretending to
stay
run, but actually like
staying
walking
straight.
fast.
And I would stop and walk, and then I would run, and then I would get. I'll never forget. I'm sitting there walking, and some like old lady in her like 60s runs past me, and she's like, "Come on, guy, you can do it. Pick those feet up and just keep powering forward." And I was like,
She's like, later.
I'm like, bitch, get the fuck away from
That's
me.
her spirit
But she,
going
like,
to find her casket.
She like stopped next to me and like patted my back to like
That
get
was an
me up and
underrated joke.
going. I'm like, lady, get off.
You guys
me."
must not have heard it.
You must not have heard that. That was an underrated joke.
Say it again.
Nah.
All right.
You have to go back and listen
You have
to it
to listen
later.
back.
Yeah, I'll
It's no
listen
big
to
deal. So you got worse this past year.
Yes, but I felt a lot better.
And
But
what's your
I didn't train as much.
but
Like,
what's your plan for this year?
same shit? Just run when I feel
Just
like
complete it.
it. Yeah, just complete it.
So you don't have a plan to train train.
No, I do. Like I plan on starting to run like regularly next week. Instead
What's
of just,
regularly? Once a
like,
week.
3-4 times a week.
Oh, nice. So will you start like slow and then increase it? Like do like a mile, then like a mile and a half?
Nah,
2
I'll
miles?
I'll probably just start with like 4 miles and work my way up from there.
What's your plan, Ev?
You know me, baby.
Mickey Mantle Gene.
You know me, baby. Just shoot from the hip.
Sometimes Mickey Mantle Gene works, sometimes it doesn't.
don't. What do you
I felt
do?
so bad for Ev last year when he finished. He's like, my fucking headphones died in the middle of it.
Oh,
they
mine
just
too.
broke because it was like raining the entire race last year. So we're all soaking
Mine
wet,
too.
but his headphones just break. So he has nothing to listen to.
So did you sing the rest of the way?
Well, like I said, the crowd
Yeah,
gets you.
there is a
There's-
big crowd. And
There's nothing but
DJs.
drum lines
Yup.
when you pass churches, or it's just people on the side ringing bells. There's drum lines everywhere. Or there's, 96.5, Q102. So you're just running and there's just music everywhere. So you really don't need them. But you like to have something in your...
I'll tell you when you did need them. Bend to the shore.
I definitely had headphones, didn't I?
No.
We didn't have headphones?
No, remember we
Really?
weren't allowed to have headphones.
Why?
You're
I'm
supposed
pretty
to be
sure
able to-
people were flying by me on headphones.
Oh, for sure. You're supposed to be able to hear like the trap because not all the roads are blocked. Like you get like an hour in and then roads are open again.
Yeah, you're out of your mind if you think I'm not wearing headphones for a 60-some mile
We did
bike
it.
race.
Yeah, we didn't. Some people smartly had like the backpacks maybe with
Like, a
like for
speaker.
water or something like that, but then they had a speaker on the back.
That's pretty cool.
Should definitely put a Bluetooth in my cup holder.
Definitely.
Yeah,
Definitely.
that would have been cool.
Plus, that one cop was following us on his Harley
Yeah.
who always had jams on.
Yeah. It's tough.
Sometimes you pull it off, sometimes you don't.
Yeah,
Doesn't mean I'm not going to try.
yeah. They usually have
You just-
they usually have a radio in the car that picks the slow people up too, right?
If you were to be too slow,
Right.
for example. Is there or do they pick slow people up on Broad Street?
Nah,
No,
we
but
don't
they
finish
like.
that.
I'm pretty sure you have to.
Somebody walks
Finish in
around
a
with
cer-
like a
like-
wheelchair and they're like,
Dude, you start
hop
that
in.
race and you see people walking like a mile in. I'm like, why did you even do this?
I mean, 10
Like,
miles,
it's
how long
long.
could it, like, walking 10 miles could only take so long. Walking 10 miles.
But it's still. I don't think the race is meant to be longer than like 3 hours max. And then like they'll start taking the barricades down because there's like time restrictions where they got to get the roads back opened up.
Right.
So I think they say like eventually they'll just open all the barriers and like if you want to finish, you finish. But it's not like you're gonna get like a medal like that Ev's got hanging back there or anything
Fuck yeah,
like
baby.
that. Or
Right.
like you have the banana and the fucking Nutrigrain bar that they give you at the end. Like
Yeah.
congrats.
They give you a
just
beer?
fin-" No,
Yeah.
no, they give you a fucking banana.
Spartan races give you beers.
Yeah, no, I
I
didn't
did
know.
2 of them,
Yeah.
bitch.
I would love. It's just
Yeah, Chelsea
they're
did that
so
with
expensive.
Chol did that with you, right? And she
Well, she drove
started.
to the
Died.
Poconos with
She
me.
drove to the
Chold
Poconos
started with you.
She drove to the Poconos with me.
But they're so expensive.
Yes, they are.
So it's
But
like
they're
I don't
worth it
know.
though. They're fun. It's a fun experience. I wanted to do another one, but too much to pay for. It's around your bachelor party. I'm like, it's not worth it.
Yeah.
Because
I guess if we could get like a group of people.
Because it's so fun because you put it all together. Because some people are really good at running. Some people are really good at this. Some people are weak as fuck. Some people are strong as fuck. So it's like, it's
Yeah,
fun
if
to
you-
put it all together.
Like, those are the things, like, if you don't finish one of the obstacles, don't you got to do, like, 20 burpees or some
Every
shit?
obstacle you don't finish, you have to do burpees.
Fuck that.
Mason just be running obstacle to obstacle doing burpees.
I'm
Next,
just thinking to
burpees.
myself, I'm like, I'm so bad at pull-ups. Like, like I could train them. I can't do more than 6.
Yeah, I still
like,
get pull-ups too, but you don't have to do
Yeah.
any pull-ups.
That's cool.
It's all like, you'll have to do like a monkey bar type
Yeah.
shit or like rings.
Mm.
Don't get me on rings.
No.
Don't put me on the
I'll
rings.
just be over here
Don't put me on the rings.
doing my burpees. But like, do you go as a team? Because like we got like a group of people.
You can, but like it's really how you want to do it. Like depends who's in your team. Are you gonna sit there and wait for everybody? Do you want to go?
Well, that's
a
what I'm
little
saying.
bit?
If it's one thing if like you did it by yourself and then you went up and they were like, Evan, you're on this
Like
team.
if
You're
Chol was
like,
running
oh,
with
fuck
me, I'm
these
gonna
guys.
wait. I'm gonna wait with Chol. The first time I did it, there was like 6 or 7 of us. But then like you find your partner, you're like,
Let's get out of here.
get out of here. Or like some people go ahead, you're like, don't wait or whatever. Like when we ran Broad Street, Mason was. I'm like, just fucking go. I don't need you.
Right.
I'm mentally strong. Like I don't want you to talk to me. Get the fuck out of here.
Well, it probably would have been good because your headphones broke.
Yeah.
Could have been.
Dude, my headphones broke. Switch with me. Give me yours.
Give me one of your AirPods, all right?
Right.
Yeah, running like this.
Right next to each other.
But are you guys looking forward to it?
No, not really.
I always am. I think it's fun. Like,
Yeah.
it's like, especially if you
Is there like an after party type thing?
know, but like everyone goes out. Like the city's
Oh.
packed, and like you say, I don't understand the people that go out like right from the race and they're sweaty ass shit. Like, fuck that. I go back and shower.
I'll be back.
Well, we
guys.
went
then
to your
we-
friend's
yeah, we go-
apartment last year.
Yeah, we
they,
go to their
they
apartment.
had
And that's what,
banging apps.
that's who I'm running with again. That like
Okay.
same group, so we'll probably go there too.
Yeah.
But like, we go back to their apartment. They let us shower and shit. We booze, and then we go out and hit
You
the
shower. You shower and shit.
city. Shower. Yeah, usually I do both.
At the
Yeah,
same
she's
time.
like, oh, take
I
a
usually-
shower. I was
I
like,
usually
nah,
do-
I'm gonna get Uber and get the fuck out
I
of
usually
here.
do it right in the shower and just like
Right, I
waffle
take
stomp
the-
it through the.
No,
through
just take the drain
drain.
drain cover off, dude.
No,
I
Goes
have
right
no
down.
I'd
drain
rather
cover.
stomp it.
Goes right down. I'd rather stomp it. Dude. It feels good on my
It's
foot.
good. It's good for my athlete's
Plantar
foot.
fasciitis.
My athlete's foot.
Anywho,
Let's play.
who wants to be a millionaire?
Who's got the most Instagram followers? Now, the reason we were playing this, we started this, is Ryan will be because me and Mason would know a little bit more off the top of our heads. So I was sitting there, I was like, oh, because Ryan said something like, oh, because we hate Bud Light. So Ryan's like, what if Bud Light was like, yo, we'll sponsor you? I'd be like, well, that's a huge brand. We would have no choice but to take the sponsorship. But I was like, but on one condition, that Post Malone gets to come on and do a podcast with us. So we're like, oh, of course, absolutely. I was like, how many followers do you think he has on Instagram? And then that's where we started guessing. And Ryan doesn't have like an idea of what to even
Right, like
guess.
a basis. I don't.
And I was
I'm
like,
not
well,
on-
you know, Joe Rogan's popular, but not real popular,
Yeah.
and he has like 9 million.
Yeah, Ryan was sheltered growing
So
up.
I was just like, I'm thinking Post Malone has like 75 mil, and we looked it up, he only has 20. And I thought he would have.
75 million is a lot of people.
Well, then that's what Ryan said. He said, well, who do you think has 75 million? I'm like,
I don't know, like Kendall Jenner, like one of them.
Well,
maybe?
but they're gonna have more than that.
yeah,
you
they're
know
going
what I
to have
mean?
more.
So it's like
So who
because
do you
like Post
think's in
Malone.
this 75 mil? I think that has to be our
I don't even. Does anyone have 75 million followers?
definitely
Post Malone
is
is
huge.
big, but he's not Justin Bieber. Like
no,
I said,
he's not.
Justin Bieber probably has like 150.
Well, I know like a
lot.
lot of the top dogs just because of people who say like
Right.
Kylie, Kendall,
Mm-hmm.
Ariana
Gandhi.
Gonorrhea,
And her sister Ariana Grande.
Selena Gonads, Demi Lovato. They all have a lot. But 75, that's like right.
That's a lot.
That's a
of
lot.
people.
So you're really popular, but you're also not. I mean, 75 million. You're like the most popular person.
You're super
Yeah.
popular. Yeah.
But like, you're also
So-
not on the.
So I want to throw out some names.
That's like 50 million times the amount of followers you have.
You shut the
I
fuck up.
wish.
Um,
75. That means I would have like at least a mil.
You would have a lot of followers.
Yeah, your math sucks, huh?
Yeah, wasn't the greatest.
So I want to throw out some names, and you guys guess how many followers they have.
Okay, and then we'll have to find who is.
And
in
they're
the
not going to
75
be, and they're not going to be top dogs, but
All
they're
right.
going to be famous people.
Let's
But
do
this isn't the 75 mil range.
No.
All right.
They're going to be all over the place.
Because after that, then we'll do three. We'll pick three celebrities. Oh well, these are whatever. We'll pick three celebrities. Whoever gets the closest to 75.
All right.
The
Okay,
loser
I
has
like
to
this.
drink piss.
I like. Okay, so my first one is the quarterback for the Cleveland Browns, Baker Mayfield. Now he's just been in the news recently because the GM called him a fucking midget or something like that.
Oh yeah, there's
I didn't hear that.
someone on like the ESPN. They like
Yeah,
suspended the
not
guy
the
or
GM.
fired
Yeah,
him.
yeah,
There was someone
but-
on like ESPN Cleveland called him a midget.
But Baker Mayfield, he was the first overall draft pick in the draft.
Shouldn't have been.
How many? You're saying how many followers?
Yeah.
So he's a famous NFL player, a quarterback, mind you, who's going to be a little bit more popular. He was the
Okay.
first overall pick. How many followers?
1.5.
Yeah, I was gonna say like 3
He doesn't
million.
have a lot.
3
He
million.
definitely doesn't have a lot.
3 million.
1.7.
Oh, there you go.
That's
Ed.
a win for Ev right there.
Yeah.
The price is right.
Okay,
Bob.
Joke's on you. I like piss.
so who's another one? Who's this one?
Up to you. We're in
No.
we're in your court now, bro.
Okay.
Side note, I do want to see the Ben Affleck any basketball movie that comes out. I want to see, and I know it's gonna be like kind of corny. And Ben Affleck's playing an alcoholic, which is probably
Remember?
you're like, why is Ben Affleck so good at playing an alcoholic?
Yeah, right.
So
As
maybe
he's
I
walking
should.
around with chips in his pocket.
You know how many LeBron has? Should I not do him?
I don't know off the top of my head, but I know
Okay.
it's a lot.
So I'll do LeBron then.
I'd say LeBron has 59 million.
I'm gonna say 43.
60.
See, Evan,
I think.
dude.
See, I
You're
think. I
getting-
think he knew
Bullshit.
too.
You're getting gallons of
I think.
piss.
I think he knew.
I'm gonna soak you in suds.
Mm.
I think Ev, no, fuck you. Like I know people's fucking. Get the fuck out of here.
Ev's on his Instagram all the time. That's why. Britney Spears.
I have no fucking clue.
See, that's where we want to be then.
Dude,
'Cause she's so
Britney
weird.
Spears gotta have. She's gotta have like 40 mil.
Because she's so weird, and people think she's interesting, but she's also not that popular anymore. I'm between 10 and 20. I'm gonna say Britney Spears has. For some reason, 22 is going to my mind. 22.
He was like 23.
Dude, this is fucking.
If
rigged.
I get four
I'm outta
straight,
here,
if I
dude.
get four straight, you're eating a shit taco. I'm putting a turd in between fucking a tortilla.
Go give me one of Sloan's diapers.
And I'm putting fucking cheese on top of it, and it's gonna be melted because
Dude, this
it's
is
gonna be
rigged. This
it's
is
gonna
rigged.
be
Y'all
a
talked about this before I
Cleveland
got here.
steamer.
Oh Christ, Choco Taco.
Miss Jackson
But it'll be
herself.
warm.
Miss Jackson herself, Janet Jackson.
Oh, gotta be less than Britney.
What am I going first?
Yeah, you keep losing.
17.
No, nope. I want to show her some respect and say more than $1 million, but I'm almost tempted to say like 900,000. But just to be generous, she's gotta. See, Baker's younger. He's new. Janet Jackson's old. Nobody even knows who the fuck she is anymore. 900,000.
She was like the first titty we saw back in the day.
900,000.
What'd you say?
What?
What'd you say?
I think I said 17 mil.
4.2.
Ooh, I
I'm
just.
not
I'm
sure.
closer.
No.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure who won that. I'm just gonna leave it.
Price is right. You have to be under.
I was closer.
But I did just disrespect the shit out of her with
did.
900,000.
You did.
I'm sorry. That's a great boob.
Um,
You got a great boob.
See, if she would post a picture of JT ripping her titty out on Instagram,
everybody be on.
like just blow the
If
nipple out, but
JT
she's gonna
posted
get, she'll
him
get 1 million followers
Ripping
off
his
of that.
titty out. Justin Timberlake, look him up after your next one.
Okay, so
Because you
this
know
one,
he's got a lot.
Ricky Gervais. We were just talking about him a minute ago.
I feel like you're gonna have to have a taste for him. He puts up a lot of shit about hunters, so a lot of people get offended. They don't feel like dealing with his shit, but he is funny if you like him.
Dude,
He is famous, but
I'm
he's
gonna
not.
go like
He's British. You know what I mean? So
Right,
he's not.
so they're like not really famous.
I'm like 2 million.
They're fake famous.
I'm like 2 million.
Nah, I'll give him a little more credit. 5.6.
2.3.
There you
It's a
go.
Mason's on the board.
Good job, dude. You just saved
Who'd
yourself a
you
shit
just say?
taco.
Who'd
I'm not
you just
shut
say
out.
we should
Justin
look-
Timberlake.
JT?
He's 75 million. He's a 75 million realm.
Justin Timberlake.
For LeBron not to have 75 million, Justin Timberlake, I wouldn't say is more popular than LeBron, but he's fucking close.
And that's what you're saying, 75?
Yeah, I mean for him to have 15 million more than LeBron.
I'm going like 48 mil.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think I got to go less than LeBron. There's no way he has more than LeBron. LeBron has 60. I'll say
He's loved by like
Mom.
moms
Shit,
and
people
stuff.
love.
Yeah.
Yeah, but LeBron's such a good dude. Open schools, 17th year in the leg.
Opening schools.
Does he have more or less than LeBron? I'm thinking to say 48 million. But like you said, girls love him, and girls will follow more than dudes. Fuck it. Go with your original answer. 75 million, Justin Timberlake.
What'd you say?
I said 48.
57.7. Just under LeBron. Under LeBron.
Wow.
How many L's are in under?
Wow.
Under.
Well, Price is Right. I went under, so I win.
Yeah, you did.
It's two in
Do
a
you
row,
think
dude.
LeBron has the most followers in the NBA?
Probably. Maybe who?
Steph Curry, because kids love him. Other than that, I can't imagine who would have more.
That's the thing. Like, if a lot of kids have Instagrams, like that.
Zion's probably fucking rising.
Yeah,
What the fuck is
Zion's
Steph
gotta
Curry?
have a ton.
Stephen Curry.
I love that
Perfect.
Zion's doing good. Thank God.
Steph Curry has 29.3, so
Yeah, bitch.
probably. I would think
Fucking
LeBron.
loser.
What a nerd.
Yeah, because there's no one. Who else? Durant, Harden,
If
like.
Justin Timberlake only has 48, who the hell has
57.
75 million?
Yeah, so that now we have to think of three people. Oh no, we both tied, right? You both have two.
No, I have like
Nah,
4.
he's got like 4.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So now think of
75.
give
three
me
people
three artists or
at
three
75
not
million.
artists.
All right,
anyway.
write them down. Write them down, or just say them so you don't. And then we'll release them. Because I don't want you copying off me, you fucking cheater. Now, if. Yeah, okay.
What? I don't see Mason writing anything down. As Lana
No, I'm
takes
doing,
a tumble.
I'm doing it in my head.
Lana takes a tumble. This is the go-to time killer. You think you got him? 75 million.
That's so many people.
So many people. But
I got
eventually,
three. I got three
eventually,
names. I got three
eventually,
names.
you're gonna get to like when do the bots start following?
Oh, they all got bots, probably.
You know what I mean?
They have no. They're probably not even in control.
Yeah, no, they don't even control their. They probably control posting the picture, and that is it.
If they even
They
do
probably
that.
don't even do that.
Well, yeah, like Joe Rogan even said himself, like he doesn't read comments or DMs or anything
can't.
like that. You
People
can't when
say
you
shit
have that.
like, "Oh, your daughter's ugly," this
Yeah.
and that. Your wife's this. You're just like, they're not. They're just
Yeah.
saying shit because they want you to like say something back. They don't fucking know.
But especially if you have one that's like a brand, like people get paid for that, obviously.
Yeah, I got my 3. I think that have at least. Like, that have
I got
75
3
million.
written down. I think one might even have more than 75 million.
I think I
but
have one that has more.
Okay, so since you have yours written down and can't change them,
Oh,
What's
here,
your
I'll
thing?
write them down real quick.
Oh, okay.
no, I was just gonna take all 3 of yours. Okay.
I got it.
Oh, you gave me
You
the
were,
phone. Oh,
yeah,
shit,
I
shit,
figured
shit,
you were gonna unlock
Okay.
it so I could.
You gave me the
so I
phone
could
like you were
Google
gonna write something down or guess.
Okay.
Please.
All right, mine are written down, so I can't change them.
All right. So number 1, do you have a preferred order?
I don't
I'll
care
go
which
1 to 1. First,
I'm actually feeling. The only reason I put her on this is because of the movie that just came out.
Can you read that chicken scratch?
What's the movie that just came out? A Star Is Born.
yeah. So number 1
Oh,
for
fuck,
Ed was
that's a
Lady
good
Gaga.
answer.
Lady Gaga.
I love A Star Is Born, dude.
Never seen it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll put it on every time it's on.
Yeah.
Tearjerker.
Yeah, he kills himself, right?
Lady
Yeah.
Gaga.
Spoiler
39.4
alert.
million.
Really?
Yeah, that was a little shocker.
Wow.
That was a little shocker. Let's go to
Lower than I thought.
one. Kylie, is that?
Yeah.
She's got 200 million, dog. You're way out of bounds.
We're saying at least 75 or rate.
Yeah, you don't go over 75, you idiot. Around the 75.
Oh, I thought my bad.
Oh, you're just gonna pick the top one. I already told you, Ariana Grande's and Selena Gomez.
All right, well then
Yeah,
forget
she's got-
about it.
she's got-
Demi
Go,
Lovato.
then look up her dad, mom. Then
She's got 163 million.
Oh my God! Do you know how many people that is?
look up Caitlyn,
Caitlyn,
formerly Bruce.
how do you spell it? Do you know?
Okay.
Is it like?
I think it's C.
No, it's a Y.
C-A-I. Caitlyn. Look up Caitlyn Jenner.
10.1.
Oh.
Okay, so you both are 0 for 1. Back to Ev. Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
She might have more.
Yeah. Especially with that recent doc.
Taylor Swift.
Charles, can you take Lana for me, please?
Taylor Swift is pushing Kylie territory
Oh, yeah.
Damn!
That makes sense.
with 127 million.
Holy crap!
Charles, come here real quick. You can guess 3 too.
Who?
McGregor.
Conor McGregor. It's not bad. We're guessing who's the closest to 75 million. You can't go over 75 million.
Followers on Instagram.
Who's the closest? Because we were guessing people's followers on Instagram. So don't pick the. We're not. We don't. We know who's over 75. You can pick the ones like Ariana Grande, Kylie Jenner, and stuff like that. I said Lady Gaga and Taylor Swift so far. Lady Gaga has 39, and Taylor Swift has 129. So I'm not close to 75.
Which one? I don't see any blue checks here for Conor McGregor.
Notorious.
Yeah,
I think he's
his
the
is
Notorious.
Notorious MMA or something.
Yeah, we're trying to get the closest to 75 million followers right now. Because I thought Post Malone had it, and that's how it all started.
Oh, there it is. Hold on.
Margaret Robbie.
So Conor McGregor has 35.5. So right around Lady Gaga.
Gaga.
LeBron has 60.
Third, Rihanna for Ev.
She's got more.
She's got to have 100.
She's got more than 75.
She's been around too long.
Rihanna.
And people want to see her like in like her bathing suit and shit, so she probably has over 100.
Do we have a official name? I don't see any check marks for her.
Oh my god, if she doesn't have an Instagram, she's an absolute legend.
She does.
She definitely does. No, this is.
Yeah, it's probably Riri or something.
What's it?
Like that.
But
R-
don't spell
or
Riri the
IRI.
right way because you might land on our friend Maria Lawrence.
Yeah.
Close.
Well, we'll
Shampoo's
come
poppin'.
back to her. I gotta figure that out.
Margaret Robbie.
Well, hold on. So,
So shut
Yeah,
your mouth for a second.
Shut your mouth.
Charles,
Just shut your
shut
mouth for a
up.
second.
There was one more here for Mason. It was Tom
How'd the
Brady.
baby go down?
Tom Brady is the most dismal performer so far.
Yeah,
Oh
he's
my
probably
god.
like
Well, he
12.
just created one this month or 2
Seven-
months ago.
Oh, really?
Nah, he's on Instagram longer than that.
7.2.
Less than a year.
Really?
How much?
7.2 million.
Yeah, less than a year.
Margot Robbie from
No,
Chelsea.
no. She doesn't have more than LeBron, Margaret Robbie.
Margot Robbie 19.3.
Giselle.
Giselle.
She's probably in the hundreds.
You think?
Giselle. There it is. She is. Giselle, Tom Brady's wife.
Yes.
15.7.
That's it.
Yeah. Because you guys said over 100, and I was like, this is way off from 100. Hold on.
Oh, did I spell her name right?
Khloe Kardashian.
Chloe. So
You
we
think
looked
she's
up
the
Kylie.
least? No, Courtney probably is the least. So Courtney probably has like 50. Kylie and Kendall are in the hundos. Kim's in the hundos.
Chloe is 105.
Jesus.
All the Kardashians have it.
Courtney doesn't have 100. Courtney don't have 100.
See how many Rob has.
Courtney Kardashian.
I just want to. I'm looking to buy Rob's socks. Is he still selling socks? Or did Black China run him out of business with those two?
He's got like 700,000 followers.
Courtney's not coming up either.
Nicki Minaj.
Ooh, that might be a 75 miller right there.
Nicki Minaj.
Her Gwen Stefani. How long are we gonna play this until people turn off this show?
Yeah, they already turned it off.
Nicki Minaj 111.
Jeez. Cardi B?
75 is a tough area to be.
Yeah. Does anybody have 75 million followers?
You either have 50 or you have 120.
Yeah. Cardi.
Cardi B, slightly less than LeBron, 59.3.
Wow.
Who the hell has 75 million?
And what you had one more, didn't you?
Rihanna.
Before she said Nicki Minaj.
We never looked at Rihanna. Yeah, who else did I say other than I bet any of the Jersey Shore people ain't that big.
Yeah.
For Justin Timberlake not to have 75 million pisses me off.
Nah, Snooki might. She's retarded.
Snooki probably is around 20.
That's enough of this game.
Yeah, that was.
Is it?
We couldn't get enough for 75 million.
So now I got to Google who has 75 million followers.
Yeah.
Let's play this for another 10 minutes.
Wait. Yeah. Did we do that?
Oh, tea time.
We didn't do tea time yet, but. Is that enough?
Yes.
All right. Pass out those teas, Ev.
Yeah.
Let's go to halftime. People have already turned it off.
No,
45
they
minutes
haven't.
ago.
People are very interested in this stuff.
Either way, halftime.
Let's go.
Go ahead, dude. This is you.
No, so I had
You're
a
the
quick...
second. You're the second. The half of this. The second part of the show is yours, man.
Well, I didn't know if you were gonna be like, and we're back.
No.
Like, you normally
And we're
do.
back.
No, they know. They didn't go anywhere. We went somewhere. They didn't
That's
go
right.
anywhere.
So let me ask you this, Mason.
Yes.
Emergency lights.
Okay.
Are they only red and blue?
No.
What other colors can they be?
Talking about
This
like
isn't
firefighters.
this
Like
isn't
red
a
and-
trick question.
red
Yeah,
and white.
emergency lights that like you would have to get.
red and white, yellows, like even like the guys on the side of the road with like the yellow, like the AAA guys and shit, the yellow.
So do
Like,
I
you're
have to
talking
get
about,
out of the way from them?
You should move over. It's like
Any flashing
it's like
lights.
common decency. to, like,
Except for
fucking
tow
move
trucks.
over.
Them fuckers.
Yeah.
Fucking block those tow
I
trucks.
hate
Those
them
fucking assholes.
sharks.
So realistically, any blinking lights, for the most part,
Yeah.
I should be moving over for.
Yeah. Like if I'm on the side of the road with my flashers on, obviously you're going to aim for me.
Right, for sure.
But, like in my personal car.
For sure.
Yeah. We all
I
play
know who that
GTA.
is. Yeah. So here's the reason I ask. Two instances. One, I was coming out of my house today.
You got to take it.
No.
Oh.
There was a car that was like making the turn onto my street and then turning off of my street. And it had, like, on the inside of the windshield, it had two sets of, like, blinking blue lights.
Oh God, that's a volunteer firefighter.
Is that what it
Whatever it
is?
was.
Yeah, they think they're so fucking cool.
Okay, because I thought it was like
I'm not
a
gonna say a goddamn word about it.
an Uber or something like that. That's what it.
Nah, that was a volunteer firefighter probably going to some bullshit fucking like.
Dumpster fire, run!
Yeah.
Okay. And the other day, maybe like a month and a half or so ago, I'm coming out of work, and there's a truck behind me, just like a regular pickup truck.
And you live in the town full of them too. I'm not gonna say your town, but you live in a town
No, I was coming out of work.
full of them.
I was coming out of work. So,
The capital of them.
just like by the.
Bread there.
Where do you think you buy them from?
They're bread.
This is where they're made.
So the rear view mirror is in the center of the,
Yeah.
obviously the windshield, and then right next to
bread.
them were two small yellow lights, blinking back and forth. And I'm at the light, and I look in the rear view, and I'm like, I mean, blinking lights. So like I try to get over a little bit. I didn't know if he had the ability to go through a red light.
No, I wouldn't
But,
have
like-
even moved over for him.
See, well,
Those-
I know that now.
See, these
So I
dudes-
started to.
These dudes, they fucking respond to their fucking like smoke alarm going off. If
Someone
they're,
threw
like,
a cigarette in the
literally-
trash.
Literally,
Run!
all someone's got to do is pull the batteries out and put a new one in. And they come flying down like
do you think
40
that was?
miles an hour over the speed limit with their fucking flashing blue lights. I'm like, you guys are still supposed to obey the speed limit.
Do you think that was
Stop.
volunteer firefighter too? Because it was two yellow ones, small ones underneath.
I don't know, dude.
But
Who the
so
fuck knows?
I start to like pull up and like because I'm first in line, so like there's space between me and I'm going on the highway 38, so I have plenty of space. So like I start to like pull over a little bit to like see if I didn't know if he could go through the red light or what, but if I should even be pulling over. But right after that, the light turns green anyway, and I pull over just a little bit more so that he can get by, and then he just like casually goes over and drives like a normal person would drive. And then I
Oh,
was
so he did it to
next,
beat
and
the
I
light?
followed him, and I was like, "Are you like in a rush to go
You
somewhere,
followed home,
or
you're like, yo, what the fuck is your
or did you
problem,
get
dude?
that from like Spencer's Gifts and put it in your
Yeah.
car and think it was funny? I don't
Yeah.
understand. Like, I don't know what's going on.
Dude, I don't know, man.
So I didn't know who I should be pulling over for and who I shouldn't be pulling
Pull
over
over for
for.
the police. And if it's like a fire truck,
Right.
or like,
Police, fire, and ambulance are obvious.
Yes.
I'm like, I can see
Yeah,
what you
yeah.
are. I'll pull over.
What about
But
the dumbass paramedics that are always driving around? Like,
yes, pull over for them too, because they're going somewhere serious. If they have their fucking lights on.
wondering.
Yeah, definitely.
Like,
the
where's
fucking
it-
dumbass
where's it-
dumbass paramedic.
where's the ambulance at? You're driving a Ford Explorer. Like, how many fucking different types of cars you got?
usually if it's the person in the Ford Explorer, it's like the superintendent or like the fucking boss dog that's just going to like supervise shit. But yeah, pull over that too. The dumbass paramedics.
Dude, I got places to be though. That's the problem.
Oh,
I ain't got
The
time to
red
pull
light.
over
I
for
can't
you.
move. I can't move over any further.
I'm already pulled over. But like, yeah, I didn't know. Like I said, the obvious ones, the police, fire, paramedics, all that kind of stuff. They're in a special
Ghostbusters.
car. It's the people that are in like a regular.
Oh, the
Red.
volunteers, yeah, they'll
And you're like,
I mean,
"Ah,
they'll probably
do
get
you
fucking
even-"
pissed at me and shit, but like, dude, chill. You ain't saving the fucking world.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. I understand, like, if I'm going down my block and it's 25 miles an hour,
Yeah.
like, I'll pull over
Yeah.
because it'll take a second. But if I'm at a light and I'm, like, trying to, like, get by and then I got to revert to, like, get out of the way more and it's a hassle,
Yeah.
shut the fuck up.
Dude, you'll get
Let it
dudes like-
turn and then I'll pull over.
Dude, they'll put like $2,000 light systems in their fucking personal car. Like, what are you doing?
And that's what I'm saying. I think both of these systems
Can you
were...
imagine the amount of puss they get though?
Oh, so much, dude. Like, save
The cat's out of the bag. The volunteers are getting puss.
Yeah.
I mean, they're needed.
Yes.
So-
They are 100% needed.
Yeah.
That
So
means-
I'll give them credit there. But
That being said, I just Googled Nicolas Cage tomb. So
Why?
I just seen a recent photo of Nicolas Cage. So this is the tomb he bought that he
Dude.
wants to be buried in.
Nothing beats the picture on my profile on Facebook of Nicolas Cage and Con Air. But
Oh, it's the best.
it's besides the point.
Pober or whatever the fuck he says. So this is what Nicolas Cage will be buried in. It's a tomb in New Orleans. New Orleans. And
New Orleans.
I don't know how to pronounce what is written on it. It's something in I'm guessing Latin or something like that. But it means like one for life, something
What?
like that.
Atlas Obscura.
It says something right here.
Oh.
I can't read it from here. But I seen it earlier. Now, okay, the tomb is cool. Apparently he is fantastic with his money, and he
Can
just,
I ask you what made you Google that?
Yeah.
Like, what crossed your mind where you're like, I
Well,
want to see where Nicolas Cage is going to be
I
buried?
seen a photo of him earlier.
that's
Now,
exactly
this
what
is-
crosses mine. Just
now,
that.
the tomb is impressive, but what was more impressive is the outfit I'm about to show you that he
Well,
was wearing.
hold
That's
on,
probably
before-
$20,000 right there.
Before we get off
At
the
least.
tomb, how big is it? Is there like some kind of scale?
That's enormous. I would say that's
Like,
probably.
is it like 6 feet high or is that like 20 feet high?
No,
You know
no,
what
I would
mean?
say the.
Can I walk into that front entrance there?
So this is where the casket goes in. So what do you think? That's 12
Okay,
feet,
so
maybe?
probably
Type in the dimensions. The dimensions of the tomb.
Why do
the
you put
dimensions.
New Orleans.
Nolans.
Okay, so there's a
12
good
footish.
that's a grave right there in front of it.
Yeah, that's a regular.
So it's probably about 8 feet high, if I had to guess. That's a regular grave in front of it. So that if you call that 6 feet, it's probably a little bit higher.
that's
Maybe 10
probably
feet.
8 foot. What he's
Right,
got his
that's-
mouse on right now.
Right. So this is probably got to be 10 or 12.
you can if you probably got to crouch to walk into that thing, but you can definitely walk.
But
in
no,
there.
it's
for sure.
crazy. This could be easily 75 to 100,000 to
Oh.
125.
Dude,
Yeah.
the
People are nuts. And look how old the cemetery is in New Orleans. Come on, man.
I don't know if
Who
we were
knows
talking
what
about
they buried in New Orleans?
were we talking about it on the podcast or I was talking about it somewhere else? But
New Orleans got a creepy history.
there's a I don't know if it's like a 60 minutes. We might have literally talked about this on the last podcast, but I don't really remember. But there's like not a 60 minutes, but something like that.
Dateline 2020. Some shit.
Exactly. Where they talk to a guy who is in the funeral home business and
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. Go ahead.
yeah, and he talks about how like his one goal is to figure out how much you can spend because
It's a
he's-
hustle.
yeah, he's trying to get as much as he can out of you. But
You only die once.
I think the fucked up part is that's what most salesmen are trying to do. That's what a used car salesman.
yeah.
Everyone calls the used car salesman scummy. No one says that about the funeral director. But the used car salesman is trying to sell you a car that's worth less than what it is than what he paid versus
Yeah.
what he wants you to pay. But that's a car. This is you're banking on somebody's grief.
Yeah.
You're saying,
This
oh,
is like people
your
selling
parents
Kobe's
died.
jersey the day after he died on like eBay. Oh,
Yeah.
here's my Kobe jersey.
But not only that,
You're like, yo,
Or
scumbag, chill.
selling his what's it, the Upper Marion like jerseys too. Like,
Hey,
Right, but
everybody's
it's-
settled.
But it's not even that. It's more like buying it from Kobe's family,
Oh yeah.
where they're like, "Oh, we just want to get rid of this stuff," and you're like, "Oh, I'll give you $100 for Kobe's jersey," and they're like, "Oh, okay," and then you turn around and sell it for fucking $50,000.
Right.
Like you're banking on somebody's grief,
yeah.
and you're saying, "Oh, I want my parents to be buried in something great. And they're like, oh, okay, well, these two together, they can be buried together. It'll be great.
There you go.
It's 110 grand. And you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, like if you two die in like a tragic car accident, I'm gonna, buy the rights from Chelsea. Is
Right.
what-
Makes
and
sense.
Kate, and be like, I'll give you like $50 for all the equipment.
Right. And they'll be like,
And I'm
oh,
gonna
that makes
sell
sense.
your legacy for $1 million.
Yeah.
Tell me
Well,
Nicolas Cage
do
doesn't
it.
look like his great, creepy grandfather, though. I guess he's already in the tomb. Look at
What?
Nick Cage. At the
You said
side.
you said there was an outfit?
Oh,
that we
that's
were
what I'm
looking at?
going to, but I was trying to get what was written on the front.
Omnia Abuno.
Yeah, I think it means like one life or some shit, but who knows what that is. Now, anyway, like I said, what attracted me to his tomb was the getup he was wearing. He was with a fine young Asian lady. But
When he announced that was his tomb?
no, paparazzi just did it. He didn't announce shit. Paparazzi just follows him around
I
because he's
didn't know.
wild.
Yeah, look at the recent search tabs.
No, that just pops up, you idiot.
World map, werewolves.
Silver bullet. Nicolas Cage, tomb outfit. You guys are gonna fucking love this.
So
You-
this was the outfit he was wearing.
When paparazzi got him. So he
Right.
literally looks like he just came off Ghost Rider 2. Hold on.
Jesus Christ, dude. Save some for the rest of us.
So he's 56 years old,
It's a leather outfit.
all leather.
Or pleather. We're
He
not
looks
sure.
like he's about to. Yes. Wait till you see his glasses and his rings too. Hold on. Where's that?
Oh my God.
It's fucking ads, man.
This dude is nothing short but a fucking character. Look at the glaze. Look at it. First of all, you know what? The internet couldn't drive me more crazy.
Yeah. We need to get you some new browsers to get rid of these fucking ads. Don't worry, we'll do it after this.
This is unacceptable. This is absolutely
You
unacceptable.
gotta scroll down.
Get a look at this guy. Get a look at this guy right here. This is a good one. Get a look at this
Juice?
guy.
That was a good one.
Shh.
So he has a leather jacket,
Look at this guy.
A green Mardi Gras.
All right, you know
Mardi
what? I
Gras
can't
bead.
handle this. I can't handle
Exit
it.
out. Exit out of them. You'll be all right.
I can't.
it's alright, just keep it there.
All right.
So he has a leather jacket on.
He looks like he's playing Ghost Rider.
A
again.
white tee.
He looks like a white tee that has been worn every day for 3.5 years.
Oh,
because
his
it's like
sun-
he's
Sunglasses.
washed
It's
that
a
no
hint-
less than 400
it's a
times.
hint of yellow.
His
Yeah.
sunglasses literally could be as thick as an old school boombox across his face. His
With
forehead.
leather black pants.
Now the fact that he still has hair, I understand, but his forehead, like where does his hair start? Somewhere like 3/4, like
Yeah, that's like rye growing out his hair.
Right around where mine would grow out.
and he's just the character. Like,
And yet he's stunting it up.
dude, they say the way he spends money is nuts.
Like he spends a lot or doesn't spend a lot.
Oh yeah, like he bought like 3 castles for no reason and like
Nice.
wild shit.
Here's the thing.
You
if
know,
you
like
have-
Johnny Depp was spending like whatever it was, like 25 grand a month on wine. Like they're saying, like he's like he bought like a medieval armor suit for like $1 million, like stupid shit like that.
No, I mean-
like he bought like Genghis Khan's fucking wardrobe for $2 million at an auction. Like, does he walk around his house like,
For sure he does.
or does he just have like a mannequin in the middle
I
of
mean,
his hallway?
if you got it.
Right.
Does
Flaunt
he
it.
though? It's Nick Cage. What's
Flaunt
he?
it if you got it.
Now
He's in so many fucking movies.
Now he's in so many movies, but apparently he comes from a wealthy family. I think he comes. Let's do a little Wikipedia on Nick Cage, and then we'll get to the top 5.
Yeah, Nick Cage net worth is the first thing that I want you to look up. Because
Well, including
Over under
that's
75 million.
That's everything he owns. That's everything he owns. So we already know it's more than 2 with that Genghis Khan,
Right.
whatever it is that he. What do you think it is before we Google it?
I think
Because
net
he
worth?
spends a lot.
His net worth, I'm gonna say 75 million.
I'm gonna go less. I'm gonna go 50.
I want to know what he spent, but just to be crazy, I'll say 100. I know he comes from a wealthy family. Like
Okay.
one of his dad or his uncle, like I'm pretty sure started one of like I said, I don't fact check here, but like
You don't?
they might have started like Miramax or Paramount or something like that.
Oh, so maybe more.
I'm just assuming something like that.
Okay.
If you can, let's see.
I'm just basing it on his life.
Well, it's really like 1 billion.
He's actually the richest man in the world. I don't know if you guys knew this.
Net worth with a J.
Net worth of
25 million. No way.
I don't believe that either.
So maybe his parents didn't start. famous.
Damn, we're way off.
Yeah.
I mean, 25 million is a lot.
Yes,
but
we're not denouncing $25 million.
but that's his net worth. It's not like he. Oh, there we go. Through his father, Cage is the nephew of director Francis Ford Coppola. Well, that's a pretty big deal, but that's not why he's rich.
Chase Kansas' name is inspired.
Okay, so I was off a little bit. But
I quickly read that line a little bit further down, which says, Cage changed his last name, which was inspired by the Marvel Comics superhero Luke Cage. I thought it was the other way around, that they named Luke Cage after Nick Cage.
I forgot he was in Fast Times.
Dude, did you ever see him? It's like a talk show. I don't
what do you
even
think
know.
about Francis Ford Coppola's net worth?
There you go.
That's what I'm saying. Nick Cage might get a little fucking piece of that.
Yeah, I'm sure he will be. If that's his dad.
No, it's his uncle, which
Did
is
you unplug your shit? Turn it off? I can't hear you. Did you turn it off? There's a switch on the bottom right here. Like right here.
No, I unplugged it.
There you go.
there you go.
Oh, hello. Now I'm back on.
So Nick Cage, he might get a piece of his uncle's Francis Ford Coppola.
Oh, that's his uncle?
Yeah,
Francis.
who made all the Godfathers, correct? Is that what Coppola is?
Known for creating the Godfather movie trilogy.
He's still alive too, huh? Why did I think he was so much more older?
I mean, he's in
Oh,
that
the
picture
80s.
right there, so that counts. But he's got 400 million.
All right, that's all I had to say about Nick Cage. Nick Cage is a legend. We got to get him
Did
on
you
the podcast.
did you ever see him?
We gotta get him on here.
What would we ask Nick Cage if he came on the podcast?
I'd ask him
One,
about the
I want
tomb.
Post Malone on here in the worst way, because Post Malone would definitely chill hard.
Post Malone and Nick Cage at the same time. That'd be a
Nah,
great.
that'd be too much for us.
Nah,
That'd be too much.
I think that'd
Because
be a
Post
great.
Malone wouldn't say a word. He'd be in shock, just like all of us. We'd
Yeah.
all be staring at Nick Cage as he talks about him drinking wine in Transylvania with the Duchess,
Transylvania.
with the Duchess of Duke of fucking
That
God knows
episode
what.
would be no shorter than 4 hours.
At least.
Yeah.
It would at least. I would have to take off work tomorrow.
You would
I
have to do.
everything.
You would have to do like.
It would
a
go
s-
to 3 a.m.
That would be like a Saturday morning podcast that ends at 6 p.m.
It would never end.
You start at like 11 a.m.
We'd have to get some fucking
Just
bloodies
drink.
going.
Yeah, you just.
Unbelievable.
So the Michael McIntyre chat show from his 1992 appearance on Terry Wogan's BBC talk program.
There you go.
So he was on this talk show in 1992. Have you guys ever seen this video? He comes out and like somersaults and throws some money, does like karate and shit like that.
No.
He's always like throwing his hair, and they're like, he's like, oh, that's kind of an entrance. And he's like, yeah, man, like that's kind of what I do. It's in 1992, so we'll watch it after the podcast. But it's Nick Cage. I don't know if the show's called Wogan or the Michael McIntyre chat show. But if you're looking to see it, just type in Nick Cage on talk show, and it'll be all of the links basically. It's
Interesting.
fucking hilarious. Again, it's 1992, so it's almost 30 years old.
Shit.
But we're definitely watching it after this.
Yo, what did you guys
Who do you think you are? I am.
Yeah, it's kind of that action.
I don't want to go off topic, but
Fuck damn right shit.
Hot Ones has become a TV show.
Yeah, not into it.
Did you guys watch it? I haven't watched it yet.
That's now here we go. This is me being I'm very punk rock.
And I'm still mad like that I was working when you guys did Hot Ones.
I'm down
so
to do
that
it
I'm-
again.
I am
actually.
100% down to do it.
I'm down to do it again.
I'm down to do it for
We'll
the
see.
first.
Just
I'm
maybe let's leave the bomb to the side.
Nah, let's
Now-
do it all.
All right, I'm just letting you know. Get your flu shot. What were we saying? Oh, how I'm saying I'm so punk rock with that shit. Like, I understand make Hot Ones the show. Like you're building the brand, but like you don't need to build it any more than it is as.
But again, that's if he's making
Yeah, I didn't get to watch it. I know I remember seeing a like a commercial for it. But
he's making the shit on YouTube, and they're like, "Yo, we'll make it for you. We'll handle all that shit, and we'll pay you a fuck ton of money." He's like, "Okay." You know what I mean? I don't know how attached to it he is.
Yeah.
like, how did he what did he do? Just start like eating wings with his friends
Well, he
on
works
YouTube
for
and then
for
just-
Complex, which is the like hip hop internet company, and like they have a magazine and shit. And then I think they're associated with First We Feast, which is their food branch
Yeah.
of that. And then he just started that show. You get a couple of celebrities on there and starts building. So
That's
like
pretty
that.
cool.
He's a great interviewer. He's so good at it.
Yeah,
Like he's so good
and
at it.
the hot wings don't fuck with him at all. He just eats and then like keeps asking
He's got no
questions.
liner. Like he'll be dead. by 40. Remember Man
He
vs.
is-
Food? That dude like had to stop because like he was
Oh.
getting fucked up.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
When you have to eat a fucking 35-ounce steak.
but he gained like 100 pounds almost.
Yeah,
like
you
not
can't
not
eat.
100, but he gained like a lot of weight.
Yeah, but
like,
it's not
over
good,
the
like, all of a
course of
sudden-
like 3. Because I used to watch the show all the time. It
Oh,
was
yeah, I
like
loved
3
it.
seasons. It was awesome.
Because it's not
But
good
dude,
for
like-
you. You get diabetic, you get a
Yeah,
fatty liver and
yeah,
shit. You can't
yeah.
eat.
Horrible.
You can't eat 100 wings and 10 pounds of French fries.
Well,
Yeah.
not
In a
only that,
sitting.
he in the Man vs. Food, he was going to like
The spots that have those like big ass
The shit
challenges where
stuff.
you have to eat like this retarded
you have to
amount
eat
of
you have to
food.
eat a huge pizza with chicken wings and French
Yes.
fries. Like
Yeah.
like it wasn't like I want
Chug-
to try like your best steak.
No, it was
You know
like
what I mean?
eat,
It was
eat
like
this,
eat this shit.
eat this 6-pound
fatty.
burger with another 2 pounds of bacon
And then
Right.
suck it down in this dumpster full of milkshake. You're
Yes.
like, "Ah."
Right.
in 40 minutes, and he's just like done.
Right.
I'll try
Which
that.
sounds fucking awesome. He was
Oh,
probably
yeah.
having a blast. But then his body was like, yo,
No, that's
Yo.
when you like start like.
Yo,
no.
you're obese
can't.
now.
Yeah.
You're obese.
But that's what I'm saying.
And
Imagine
he started out like a normal ass dude too.
imagine if you could do that, but like not have any of the negative effects on your body.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
How fucking awesome it would be to try all that, because all that food that's terrible for you, tastes so fucking
Yeah,
good.
but like when you have to eat too much of it, like when you get full and you just gotta like
You gotta keep
shovel
going.
it down your throat, you're just like. Like-
yeah, I just want to like eat and then be like, I'm full. I
Let me
lost.
just lay
Oh no,
down.
I lost. Like,
But like shoveling.
obviously that wouldn't be a good show.
Shoveling shit
Yeah.
down your.
Remember when Wings to
And your
Go was
gullet.
in Delran?
Mm-hmm.
And I did they had like a homicide challenge. I'm pretty sure Darp was on the wall. Like he finished it. Like you had to eat like 20 of their homicide wings. Sound like a waiver. They were like crazy hot wings.
20 wings is a lot, let
20
alone
wings is a
20
lot.
hot wings.
No, I'm pretty sure it was 20 wings, but you had 20 minutes to eat them, and they were like
Super fucking
ridiculously hot.
Yeah.
I remember. I think I ate like 18 of them, and I was
Ugh.
like,
That's even worse, dude.
everything was numb.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't feel my face, dude. It was ridiculous.
I can't feel my face.
But they cook them specially for you, so they come out and they dump like a pot of sauce, so they're just sitting there like soaking in it, and they're the temperature wise like
yeah, they're sizzling hot.
sizzling hot. Like you had to wait like 20 minutes, and they're still piping hot when they get done. Like
Right.
I just remember that challenge being wild. I pissed.
What
I
did you
didn't
get if you won?
your picture on a wall and a T-shirt, and I think like a gift card. Like nothing cool.
Wings to Go was dope though.
Yeah. Yeah. Dude, that hot sauce like stayed like on your hands. Like you just like felt
I can
like
feel it.
yeah, you could like feel it.
You don't have to tell us. We did hot ones.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, the bomb should be illegal.
Yeah. Anywho,
Let's do top 5.
Let's go.
Welcome to the Garage with Evan and Friends. Follow us on Podcast Garage on Instagram. Get some of our shirts and shit on mancavecomplex.com. Look us up on YouTube. Just type in the Garage with Evan and Friends. To my left, as always, Mr. Ryan Regis.
what's up?
Across from us, a real moron.
Yeah, you're not allowed to burp in the mic.
I'll do what I want. A real moron.
Thanks.
Thought-
Thank you. Thank you.
That's how. Thought he could kick a 40-year-old or 40-yard field goal.
I still can, dude.
Oh yeah, because
But
you were
you
so
just-
successful last time.
But you just ripped your jeans in half and ruined
Oh
your
my
shoes.
God.
and kicked the football. A
Hasn't
total of
been
7
on.
yards.
Our first guest ever hasn't been on in 40 goddamn episodes. Was the last time he was on here? I think it was because the way he was dressed. We suspended him.
Yeah.
But he's back. He's
the only
here.
person who's been suspended.
He is the only
multiple
person who's been
times,
suspended.
The only.
The only.
The only.
He's back. Mason Perkins, everybody.
How you guys doing?
We should get a laugh track.
Let's do that.
Okay.
Let's make that happen for the next
Get a laugh
episode.
track.
Shut the fuck up, first off.
In 40
Let's
episodes
do that.
when I'm back on, let's do that.
That's when you know we've been going for a while. When every time he comes back on, you're like, oh shit, we're still kicking.
Yeah,
We're
here
still
we are.
kicking.
So this is the top 5 part of the show.
Next one's gonna be 80 episodes.
Yeah, we're gonna
Yeah,
see how
it's got
long.
to double.
We'll see you in 2022.
Yeah.
This is the top 5 part of the episode. Our top 5 tonight is top 5 stunts that you would be, I guess, too scared to do. Top 5 stunts you wouldn't want to do. Now, we're not saying stunts as in like just from a movie, but like stunts, anything adrenaline wise, or what would you be too scared to do? What would you chicken out on?
Oh, I kind of did like movies. I based mine off of stunts that were actually done.
Fine.
Okay.
Whatever you want to do.
All right. I'm just
I kind of
letting
did
you know.
more real life type shit, but
Oh, okay. I didn't even think about that. To be honest with
When you texted me and said like this was the top 5, and I was like immediately what came to mind is just like Jackass.
okay.
The movie's Jackass.
That's
Like,
good.
dude, those guys are crazy.
There's a lot.
Yeah,
that
I
they
didn't even
did.
think about that.
Those guys are crazy.
for sure.
See, and here's the thing: when you get peer pressure, there's definitely a lot that you actually would do.
Especially you start making money from it too.
But
Yeah.
now you'd have to be talking to because there's a couple things where like I'm not putting on a mask and you're just like farting into the fucking mask, the fart mask and shit.
Well, then you look back at it, all the crazy shit Steve-O did,
Well,
and then it went to the point where like to shove the Max box car in a condom, lubed up, and shove it up his ass.
was
and go
Ryan
get an
Dunn.
X-ray. Yeah, Dunn did it. It was supposed to be Steve-O, but Steve-O was talking to his dad, and his dad was like, "Don't you dare do that!" And he was like, got scared of his dad. I'm like, all the crazy shit
Do you know what's
Steve-O
funny?
did, and he's just like,
That was
I'm gonna
across
listen-
the line.
do you know what's
listen to
funny?
my dad.
That is something I would do. I don't feel like that would be that bad because they lubed up the condom, and then they. I'm not saying it feels
All
great,
right, so
but
let's
like,
try it.
all right, let's just get to our
the
top
toy
5.
car is
All right.
smaller than a lot of dicks, so kind of just slid up. Now getting it out is what gets weird.
That's the kicker.
But I could imagine how your parents would just be like, "You're not coming for Thanksgiving dinner this year.
No, for sure not.
I award you no points. And God have mercy on your soul.
You're disowned.
You are nothing to me."
Oh my god.
Good. That you guys just give me a couple more ideas. Let me cross them out.
Okay, so I just
Because Wild
did,
Boys is that's when it just gets.
Yeah.
right. That's what I'm saying.
Pontius.
I just did movie type stunts, and I
Okay.
actually
Okay.
based mine all on, like I said, all on real stunts that were attempted. Like, would I want to do that? Would I want to be the stunt man for that? So we'll go in some different directions. at
Okay.
least,
Yeah,
a
we
little bit.
definitely
Yeah, I
will.
really like that you guys brought up like movie shit too. I wasn't even thinking about it. Let's do it.
Mace, you're number 5.
Number 5. All right, I was toying with this one and another one that made the honorable mention, but number 5 is like the bull tamers. It's not really like a stunt. It's like a thing they do, like or like bullfighting or bull tamers, like the dudes that wave the red
Absolutely.
flag. Like
Matadors?
that scares the shit out of me. Like one of those things could just impale you and kill you. But in another way, running with the bulls in Spain looks like a great time.
That was my number 1 last week.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That episode wasn't released yet, and no spoiler alert to anybody, but that was my number.
Okay.
My number 1 last week is I would love to go running with the
Yeah,
bulls.
but like that seems
How
like something
awesome
fun
would it
to
be
like
to go running
but
with the
those
bulls?
dudes that just like wave and just taunt this fucking bull. I'm like that thing.
So
Can
what about
impale you? Like
what about like a rodeo clown? I feel like that would be worse than a matador. A matador, you're out there and you're probably like, it's more of like a
Well,
show.
to join in, my number 5 is riding a bull.
Okay.
So
Okay, so number,
being the matador would be tough, but there's
Yeah.
no way I want to go
dude,
bull
that's gotta
riding.
be so hard.
but that's what I'm saying. I think the worst spot would be the rodeo clown, where
You gotta
the
get
bull
that-
rider gets off, and now you have to distract the bull. Like it's really your job to
Yeah,
like
that- yeah.
get over here, bull.
How about
you know
when
what I mean?
Johnny Knoxville was blindfolded
Oh my god.
and he was sitting there with the bull? I gotta
Yeah.
rewatch the Jackass.
yeah.
No.
Jackass.
No, remember they painted him and he tried blending in with the tree to see if the bull would see him? So that's
fucked
what he was,
up.
something like that. Or he was blind matador, whatever it
Jackass
was.
was wild, dude. It was
Yeah.
wild.
It's fucked up.
All right, what was your number 5?
My number 5 is based on and the idea of any of these stunts, but it's based on the scene from Jason Bourne, which was actually like a real stunt that was done. I wouldn't have any problem going through like the sugar glass,
Yeah.
but when he jumps from the roof down a story and has to tuck in because he goes through the glass on like a floor lower than him, that's where I wouldn't want it, because the accuracy that you have to have.
Oh, it's all timing.
Oh,
and
you're
go
that.
saying like
through-
running from a rooftop, jumping like the floor down through that window.
Through the window.
Yeah. No.
So he jumps, like in the movie, obviously it wasn't really Matt Damon, but the guy jumps
was.
and
How dare you?
and shrinks up his body and goes through the window because the window's kind of tight.
Yeah.
So like to be able, everything needs to be perfect. It's one thing from jumping
Stuntmen are so wild.
jumping roof to roof is like no big deal. You can land anywhere on the roof. He has to land specifically in between this area. And if he
Dude.
doesn't, he hits the wall and fucking drops.
That reminds me of like the end of like Jackie Chan movies when they would show him doing all of his stunts and like just
Yeah.
getting fucking wrecked.
Yeah.
Like the end of Rumble of the Bronx, like they're showing the credits and like it's him jumping on like fire escapes and shit. You're just like, Jackie Chan's like 5'4", and he was like 40 when he made those movies.
Yeah.
Jackie Chan is an underappreciated badass.
For sure. One of them that was on
I'm not 6'1".
one of them that was on all these websites when I was looking up stuff was that old movie. It's like from like the early '90s. It's like Way to Go Home or something like that. I forget what the name. I'm probably way off, but he jumps off the top of the building, and then there's like a sloped.
Jackie Chan?
Yeah, there's like a sloped thing on the side of the building, like with windows
I think
and
you
stuff.
were thinking of Legend of the Drunken Master.
And he slides all the way down.
Shanghai Nights.
There's no supports or anything like that. Like he slides all the way down the side of a building, which is also like 40 stories up, and then has to stop. Like that's some shit right there. But my number 5 was that scene jumping to be precise enough to go into the window underneath.
Shout out Jackie Chan. Mine was riding the bull.
Shout out
that's right.
Chan.
Number 4, Mason.
Number 4. Do you guys remember
No.
speaking about a fellow podcaster, Joe Rogan, when he was the host of Fear Factor?
Fear Factor.
Dude,
I mean,
I'm not
horrible things on that show.
I'm not eating any of the shit that they had on that show.
Eating
I am
is-
sorry, dude.
Yeah.
Like eating like bull testicles and fucking like big ass fucking cockroaches that are bigger than like they're like 5 inches. Like nah.
And I think a lot of it is because
Or
It's
they would do
live or it's
creepy-ass shit
raw.
where like you're like sitting in like a coffin and they just dump like 1,000 tarantulas in. Nah. dude.
Nah.
right, but
I'm
like
not doing that.
like in terms of the eating things, I think a lot of the problem is because either you're eating bugs and
Texture.
they're alive. Like if the bugs were cooked, I feel like it'd be easier. They're
Texture
done.
really would get me.
Right, it's crunchy, whatever. But they're like squirming in your mouth and stuff like that.
Dude,
I feel like the
And then
bugs
the other
wouldn't
stuff-
be the worst.
And then the other stuff,
I
like
would have
the
to be hammered to like even
like the-
think about eating that.
like the bull testicles and all that kind of stuff. The problem is it's raw.
yeah.
Again, if it was like cooked, you'd be like, all right, it's just like a fucking all right.
Well, they can't. I don't know if they could give you roll. They would have to have some type of stipulation. So maybe it would be like tasting like cold sausage, but like you'd feel the pop knowing it's a scrotum of a fucking cow.
Ah,
Woo! But he said
Ew.
on the show, he said it mentioned a bunch of times like they would add like stinky cheeses to a lot of like the drinks or stuff to kind of boost the smell because they're saying a lot of the
okay.
stuff really isn't that
I'm
bad.
sure. Because
Like,
it's
Because Rogan said
like,
he said
you're gonna
I felt
fucking-
bad for these people, so I would like to try a lot of this shit. So like I would eat a spider with them, or I would do this and that. Like he said, the insects were kind of easy, but he said they would go around like say they're in downtown LA or downtown Houston, wherever the fuck they are. Go to like a cheese, there's fancy cheese places around. You would go get like stinky cheese and like
Fake cheese.
they would like melt it down and like put it with stuff.
uh,
Little fuckers. I mean, not that it
Yeah.
makes it any better. I mean, some cheeses are gross.
yeah.
Not many. I love cheese.
I love
Not
cheese.
many cheeses
I
are
love
bad.
cheese, dude.
You know what cheese I don't like?
All of
And it's
them.
very common? Provolone.
Really?
I'm not a prove guy. Like, if I get any sandwich,
Yeah, I mean, like, it's not
Like,
like,
I don't-
I'm asking for provolone, but like, I'll eat it.
Yeah, and I'll get it on like a meatball or something like that.
right,
You know what
like,
I mean?
I rather get, like, I'll try to switch
Like
it up. I'm like,
American
yo,
or
let me get
something.
American or mozzarella.
Gotcha.
Mozzarella.
Mutz.
I'm sorry.
Some mutz.
My number 4 is
Oh, cup of coal. Italian people drive me nuts.
my number 4 is
Where's the mozzarella? I'm like, shut the fuck up.
The mozzarella.
Oh, shit. The gravy. And sauce. Everybody knows it's sauce.
my number 4 is jumping from moving cars
Oh,
to like
yeah,
another moving
that's
car or
wild.
something like that. Or
Yeah,
again, like I said, I was basing it off of real things.
like
and
Fast and Furious.
no,
It's so real.
Keanu Reeves.
Oh, okay.
The jump from that was it a BMW or whatever in speed to get onto the bus
Okay.
is real, and like
But it's Keanu, bro.
for
Come
sure
on.
he wasn't gonna not make it. I'll tell you that. But I, on the other hand, might not make it. So like if I jump and like again you time it wrong or you half-ass it and you slip off, like not only are you falling, but you're falling at 60 miles an hour and your body's just da-dum, 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 dum, 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 dum. Like
That feel good.
you're getting fucked up.
Yeah, you're
That's
gonna
like when
be
you see
you're
the-
gonna be sore for a couple.
When you see
weeks
the guys
after
doing wheelies and they fall off their motorcycles, you're like, ooh,
that.
Yeah,
that
and their
sucks.
body just fucking.
road rash.
Every time
Their
I
body
see those
bounces
dudes,
off
like,
the
do those
cement.
wheelies, it's like fall.
Road rash, party of one. Road rash.
Their body bounces off the cement like a fucking basketball. Like,
Mm.
ugh.
How about
Ugh.
fucking your bike up, which is thousands
Yeah.
of dollars?
Exactly.
Yeah, not only that, yeah.
Like a shopping cart hits my car door, I'm like, oh, they're $700. So what happens when you fucking your fucking motorcycle
trash
goes
your fucking-
end over end, fucking crashing handlebars and shit? The
You
rims.
need a new one. I don't know what to tell you.
My number 4 is I have alligator written. Now I would throw like a dead chicken to an alligator from a distance, like that'd be cool to feed an alligator. But when you see those fucking guys put their heads in the
Oh,
mouth
fuck
of the
that,
alligator,
dude.
like the alligator tamers and shit, there's almost nothing more satisfying than when the alligator's mouth
Like,
shuts
yeah,
on,
just like
on the fucking Thai guy's head and starts wiggling him around and shit.
Dude, alligators are so strong.
They're dinosaurs.
So strong.
They're dinosaurs.
You're not like squeezing your way out of it. Like if he bites down, you're
No,
not like, oh,
people
let
gotta
me
go
just
there and start fucking poking him with like a spear and shit,
Yeah,
prying
right.
at you.
nah.
fucking samurai
Nah.
sword
Dude, they
hitting
just
in the
start
eyes.
ripping everything. They're dinosaurs.
Light
They're
up the eyes.
An alligator and crocodiles are 1,000,000 years old,
Yeah.
at least.
Did you ever see that video of I don't know what kind of boat they're all like? What's the boat that like really
Yeah,
skims
like
the
the-
water?
Uh-huh.
Those like airboats with
Yeah.
the
Airboat,
big
fan
fan
boat,
on the
yeah.
back.
Yeah.
I was on one of them before.
And they ride through like
Where in
the swamps.
Louisiana.
Fort Lauderdale, I believe.
They ride through like one of those swamps, and then like fucking hundreds of alligators are like I don't
That's
know,
wild.
alligators or crocodiles. They're all like trying to run to get out of the way. Like, what if one's like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna take a shot at this guy," and just jumps up? Like, what are you gonna do? You gonna jump out of the way and fall into
Jumps
the
with-
water?
jumps
Your
with their-
boat's
their
gone.
12
Those things
inch
are
arms.
so. I just remember I was real young. I just remember those things were so loud. Like I know my dad. My dad never took business trips, like because he's a contractor and like blue collar guy. It was not like I have to travel for work. But I don't know why. For some reason, he had to go to Fort Lauderdale. So he's like, fuck it. So he took all of us to Fort Lauderdale.
Right.
And we were all just in a hotel. We'd swim all day at the pool and shit. And I guess he got back one day early and we went on one of those fan boats. Dude, you have to put on like headsets
Oh,
and
yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
You gotta
Like
wear,
it was like. I honestly don't remember anything other than the noise of how loud it was.
Yeah. It's crazy.
It's weird how memory works.
Number 3, Mace.
Number 3. This goes back to talking about Jackass and those movies that we grew up watching.
It's the best.
When Knoxville agrees to get shot with that fucking
Beanbag.
dude. Dude, I'm not like you can watch YouTube videos of people putting on like bulletproof vests and like shooting, like getting drunk and like shooting themselves with it, like, and they're having their boy like, yo, shoot me in the chest, let me see if this thing works. Like, that's stupid too. But like even with that beanbag, and he sits there and he wears a bulletproof vest, but they put a target on his like belly.
He
Like,
hits
it's
it right.
It's
Yep.
like under his belly button, dude.
Yeah.
And then that bruised, and then him explaining, like, just laying down.
Lightheaded
it
and
bruises,
shit.
it bruises like fucking immediately too.
Dude, nah, I'm not getting hit with that thing.
Yeah. It's a lot.
No, that's
Yeah, like,
crazy.
it's just what that was. So that's my number 3 is like getting shot with literally anything, but like that's what I think of as Jackass.
That's fine.
And-
No,
and
let's
Knoxville
cut it
getting-
down to an actual
getting
scenario.
Smacked with that beanbag.
Because
like, in
ever
the
since
belly.
you guys brought up the Jackass thing, I have another 2 that I added, which I really love. It's nice. This is fun.
So my number 3 is being pulled on the ground by like a car or
Oh,
horses or something like
God,
that. Like Indiana
Drunk.
Jones shit. Like
Drug.
yeah. Just
No.
just imagine even a car going like 20 miles an hour. Just imagine like your hands
Imagine if you're
tied.
going 5 miles an hour. And you're
Yeah,
getting
true.
drunk
Is
on
that
the-
a
on the
stunt?
on the asphalt, dude? No thanks.
Is that a
no?
Is
Even-
that a
even
stunt?
Well, they did it in Indiana Jones.
That's like torturing someone, dude.
Yeah, for sure. Like your body again, just bouncing side to side like a fucking like the tin cans that people used to put on their cars. Just married.
Yeah.
The tin cans going all over the place,
Dude.
but that's your head.
They
Dude,
fuck with
I
they
don't-
fuck with this dude at work all the time, and they put shit on his fucking hitch, and he checks his hitch every day. But I swear to God, every day that he doesn't check it, there's a fucking thing of cans that he drags out of his car.
Oh Christ.
Oh my God, it's always on like a Friday too, and he doesn't pay attention, and he's just pulling out. It's like,
Oh fuck!
Oh, he's gonna get so many people fired, and I hope he does. That's fucking harassment.
That's harassment if I've ever seen it.
That's a
I've
hostile
never,
working.
I've never had
That's a
anything-
hostile work
Yeah.
environment.
I've never
case,
had
yeah.
anything to do with it. But
That's a lawsuit if I ever
But
seen
I'm not
one.
gonna say it's not funny when I just
Oh, it's
see him
hilarious.
pull
It's
away and there's a
hilarious.
fucking hubcap flying behind him.
But imagine just fucking flopping out like those
No.
cars. Even if it's on a dirt road, like okay, it's not as hard as asphalt, but still the ground.
Dude, I don't want to
Dirt
get I don't want to
road.
get hooked up to Ev's truck outside in the driveway, and me with the slack taken out of the rope, him putting it in drive and just letting his foot off the brake for a foot and then hitting it, like just get it like getting drugged like that on a
Right.
piece of concrete. That sucks.
Just
That's gonna hurt.
ripping skin
That's
off.
just gonna hurt.
You
And
think?
then
Ripping
imagine
skin.
imagine
Breaking
just going
bones, ripping
20 miles
skin.
an hour.
But just think for like, even when like just that scenario you just described, that would only be like 2 or 3 seconds. You would feel like, oh my god, this is never ending. Like
Yeah.
that quick is like
Yeah.
a never ending thing.
Now imagine doing it like you're 20, 30 miles an hour for 2 minutes.
A mile.
Like you're dead. Like, no,
Might as
I'm
well be dead.
Yeah, you might as
kill
well.
me. Kill me.
You're number 3 of.
This one's hilarious.
Can't wait.
The bee toupee on Wild Boys. So they, like bee tape. So they call it the bee toupee. So
Oh
they
my
literally just have a thing of bees on the top of your head, just like a.
What's keeping it together? I haven't seen it.
I have no idea. Just all the bees just put together. So you're just bald and like. They're like, oh, he has hair, but literally it's bees, like a
Oh my
bee
God.
toupee.
Dude, Wild Boys is wild.
Wild Boys
That
was
It
the
such a
craziest
cool
shit
show. It
ever,
was so
dude.
cool.
And that crazy dude with the long hair, Manny, that would always be with them. But I'm saying, like, even if they don't sting you,
Right, even if
just
they're not
waiting,
like, even
But
if they're not like
what-
wasps.
What they do? Put like it's like slapping honey on Rye's head.
they
over
all
here.
just like kind of stick
and
to it.
just like, yo, go
And
stand
I
out in
guess
that
they
field.
kind of tame bees, like they hit them with that smoke, and maybe that's supposed to calm them down. But like,
I'm not. Yeah, that's gotta feel
One
weird.
bee sting
All their little
hurts.
like legs just like standing.
because I get stung. Not I wouldn't say often, but I get stung, a decent amount at work in the summer and shit, just from like weed whacking certain things. 'Cause,
Right.
Like there's
Then
the
all of a
nest
sudden there's
ground,
bees.
yeah, they're in the ground and shit. But like getting stung once, you're like fuck.
What's in the ground? Hornets are in the ground. Wasps are in the air. The other way
know.
around.
There's I don't know.
One of them's in the ground. One of them's in the air. I don't know which one. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Well, bees are definitely beehives in the thing, and I'll throw a rock at one every once in a while. Sometimes you gotta live
Lob it.
dangerously.
Yeah.
Pew!
Yeah,
Bee
bees.
toupee. I wonder if I can Google
Even
that.
if it was bumblebees.
Chris Pontius.
It's
Like
still-
the carpenter ones that are huge that don't sting.
Yeah,
Still
it's
scary.
still all, like they'll bite just for their own protection, but otherwise they won't do shit. Even that's still a lot of bees.
I'm alright.
Bees are fucked up. No, I'm okay, thanks.
Wow.
Bee
Wild Boys?
toupee. There you go. Hair. Oh yeah. Was it a TV show or a movie?
Wild Boys
Wild
was
Boys. It was a TV show. For
TV
a little
show.
While.
I didn't watch it at all.
What if I
So-
completely just made this up?
What were you watching instead? Like Harry Potter.
Yeah, over and over.
That'd be so
Um,
funny if I just made this up.
Anyway,
And then really never happened.
but still, if there was a stunt for a bee toupee,
they're listening.
you wouldn't want to do
They're
it.
listening, and they're gonna do it this weekend
They're like, damn, that's a good idea.
or in 2 weeks when this
Oh,
episode
remember they
airs.
played tetherball with the beehive?
Yes.
That's hilarious. See, I have all these on DVD too. They were so great. This is one of the way me and my dad's bonded as young boys.
Yeah. See,
Or,
like when
boy.
we when
Nitro
you,
Circus was no joke either.
yeah when you texted me the top 5, I was like, I thought of a few instantly, but then I like obviously you go to Google, and
Right.
then naturally you type in like just stunts or whatever,
Uh-huh.
and Jackass comes up. I'm like, I didn't even think about all the dumb
All right,
shit they do
yeah.
on Jackass.
So
Like,
good. Viva
Yeah.
La Bam, all of them were
And
so
then I
fun.
got like hooked into like articles just reading about like their interviews afterwards, talking about the different stunts that they did. It was so funny.
Right. Mace, what's your number 2?
Number two is I was going back and forth between number 1 and number 2, but I'll go with number 2. And recently Barstool put a video out of it of people swimming under the ice.
That was so freaky.
Dude,
Was it the
You-
video? I didn't see it
Yeah.
on
Dog
Barstool,
and
but
stuff.
was it?
the dog's there and he goes
And he
underwater.
goes to the other side, and then he comes back. And
Yeah,
he
can't
but then
find
he
the hole?
can't find the hole. Nah,
Dude,
nah, I'm not doing that.
I'm watching it, and I'm like,
What about
why
the dude
doesn't?
film it? Like, start
Yeah.
stopping.
What? Put your hand in
like
the fucking
that,
water.
That ice is like you could
You could break through it if you had to save your friend.
I don't know about breaking through it, even if it's like 4 inches. You know how hard that's gonna fucking be to break through.
Right.
But like you could
With your weight though, if you just kept going up and down.
if that's
It'd be 2 stomps for Mason.
if that's clear enough and you're underwater, you can like make out that that's a figure, like that's your boy above you.
Right, but he wasn't
But,
standing
like,
by the hole.
And it's not like, yo, go this way. It's not like he can hear
He was just
you.
sitting there.
Like, and you're under the water, under the ice, panicking.
That's what I'm saying.
Nah.
No good.
Walk over
No
to the
good.
hole, put your hand down it, and then they see, oh, there's his hand. That must be
But
the
yeah,
opening.
that's
what a fucking friend would do, I
Right when
guess.
I've texted me with the top 5, that video came to my mind. I'm like,
Are you
oh
kidding
my
me?
God.
I seen that and I was like, if I'm watching this dude die, I'm gonna fucking murder somebody else.
Dude, because you're underwater. Obviously, that water's freezing.
Right.
It's 30 degrees.
So
Even if you can hold your breath for a full minute in that water, you're holding it for fucking 25 seconds.
Exactly.
Like,
Nah, fuck that.
help him out, you dick.
Yeah, like you start to panic, and that was all in what 20 seconds.
That's what I'm saying. I'm getting out of the water. I'm calming down. I'm
Yeah.
getting warm, and then I'm kicking the shit out of
Well,
that
yeah,
guy.
that was a video.
The camera guy.
Barstool
Absolutely.
posted like yesterday about it, and I was
Crazy.
like, dude, I was watching. I was like, oh my God, he's
Fucking
gonna
insane,
die.
dude. Fucking insane. My number 2. I always thought it'd be cool to be a professional driver, like
Yeah.
in a movie. Not like
I
you
feel like
pick
that's
people
like
up,
someone's
like,
childhood dream, like
For sure.
everyone's, like, because I think that was one of mine.
Yeah.
like fucking spinning shit out
Yeah.
and trying to get
Need
away
for
from the
Speed
cops.
Underground had a
Exactly.
Yes,
exactly.
True. Need for Speed Underground.
However,
1 and 2.
to be in the car that's supposed to do the flip and land on its head or something like that. Like if you're driving, speaking of Batman, when they're driving the cop cars, chasing the Batmobile or chasing the Joker or whatever, and the cop car hits another car and does a flip or something like that.
When the 18-wheeler flips upside
or
end for
does
end.
yeah. The full. Imagine being in an 18-wheeler and the fucking full thing flips over. You're just like, and it's almost in slow motion.
It is.
Because it's
Incredible.
an 18-wheeler that's fully flipping over from back to front, and just being the guy driving it and being like, oh, you know what I mean? Like, it's one thing to be able to hit the corners and turn and slide and then hit the gas again.
Yeah.
It's another thing to take your car purposefully and flip it as many times as you can.
Mm-hmm.
And when they reenact scenes and the cop car doesn't only flip over on top of itself, but it hits the side and fucking tumbles down the road. Like, imagine being in that car that's tumbling down the fucking road.
Do you
Yeah,
think
but then
that-
again, though, there's not people in it.
I was gonna say, do you
Well,
think
some
people
of
are in
them,
them?
some of them aren't,
some
but
of
some of them
yeah,
there are.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, do you think
but
people are actually even in them?
But like,
That's
yeah.
what I'm saying. Some of them aren't, but
Some of those
Some of
cars
them for
sounds
sure
wild.
are.
How many cars they just ruined for
Yeah.
stupid
yeah,
movies?
for no
like,
reason.
Like what Dukes of Hazzard? They ruined
there was
so many of those General Lees. Like
There was a shortage of them.
yeah, because they ruined so many.
Yeah. They had to like buy some and restore them
Probably that makes
because
sense.
they wrecked so fucking many of them.
At that point, just buy like a fucking Dodge Neon and just put the frame of the thing on there.
Right.
If you're just gonna flip it.
Yeah. Shit on the Dodge Neon,
Yo, go your number 2.
yeah, but driving a car that
Ju-
flips, especially multiple times.
Yeah.
My number 2 is Jackass related. I'm thinking it's not really a stunt, but I mean everything they did was kind of a stunt.
Everything they do.
So
is
some of it was fun. I'm just thinking back of all their funny shit. Like we could almost do like a top 5
we
Jackass if we watched them for,
grew
like,
up like in the Jackass
the best.
phase.
Dick
Like, it
House.
was
I didn't
awesome.
watch
Dick House
anything Dick
production.
House
Yeah.
production.
I didn't watch all of them though.
I did.
I mean, if you
Oh no,
if you were to go back and like watch it all, like you'd be like, oh shit, I remember seeing this. I feel like
Yeah, probably a
everyone's
lot of it.
seen literally everything.
Well, once the movie started coming out too, it was
Yeah.
great. Anyhow, when they went to go play High Lie. Now I don't even know if this is a stunt or not, but they wanted to go play High Lie in Miami. Nobody even knows what the fuck High Lie is, but apparently it's a big.
They talk about a Mad Men.
But apparently it was like it's almost like racquetball, but it's like they have that big cast on their arm
Mhm.
and they're whipping balls. These dudes whip balls. I mean, like a highlight ball. I'm guessing it's like a lacrosse ball, which is very heavy and hard. It goes flying, but it has to bounce because it comes off the wall.
Lacrosse balls bounce.
Yeah, they bounce. Anyway, so they can't throw them at each other because they'll just go through you. So they start winging oranges.
I
at
don't
each
know.
other.
The lacrosse
God.
goalies don't wear barely any padding.
Yeah, it's
And
true.
they
Yeah,
get
true.
fucking that.
my
is an
brother
insane
was a lacrosse
position.
goalie, and he would have crazy bruises on.
That's an insane position.
Except indoor lacrosse, them dudes are.
Oh yeah,
It looks like the dudes
Yeah, like
who
the
wear
wings.
machine guns in Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
yeah.
So they start winging oranges at Steve-O and Johnny Knoxville. who are just pinned up against the wall, not moving, and they are whipping. Did you ever see this?
I don't know. Maybe if I seen like the
They are
context. of it.
I'm picturing it right
whipping
now,
these
dude.
oranges
Oh my
at
god.
Steve-O, and
I'm just picturing it like
I'm
hitting them
picturing
and just
it right
like
now.
thudding off their chest and shit.
I don't know how to spell highlight.
I think it's yeah. And then the
Alright.
next, no.
Well, it's definitely not Jackson Jail, Georgia.
Yeah.
Oh, what did I put?
Jackass. Highlight
Jackson
is like,
County Jail, Georgia.
It's like
I gotta get a cousin out.
it's
There
yeah.
it is.
There it is.
Oranges.
Oh,
Think we'll be able to hear this?
Well,
Dude,
it's 20. It's 27 minutes long.
No,
so
this
it's,
is wrong then.
yeah.
See, this is the whole thing.
Fast forward that bitch. Well, because they need to give you
Oh,
like the
dude.
whole.
Dude,
Whole-
the bruises
Party
they
boy.
had after this, it was wild.
They need to give you like the whole update on how they're going through it and where they're at and. All right, so now they're.
Whoops.
Nope.
How come we can't hear anything?
I don't know. Maybe because the volume's off. Volume's off down here. To the right there.
But, dude,
Nope.
that's
That is the volume.
the amount of miles per hour you can get behind an orange doing that. You know what I mean?
And they're professional players, so I
Which is the-
assume
They gotta be.
Which is the
They
stupidest thing
gotta
ever.
be hitting you at damn near 100 miles an hour with an
Dude,
orange. Could you
I-
imagine that?
Because the one dude just said, like, oh, he said I could probably throw like 89, something like that. Like, they're throwing it, whipping it. God damn, how come we can't hear it? Just watch him whip it.
Oh my god.
Jeez!
Oh, dude, could you?
it's almost worse when it
Imagine just
misses you.
Sitting there and you're just
We
like,
were just like, oh my god, that was so fucking close.
I'd
They
ra-
just
yeah, just
brushed him in his ass.
Just fucking people up.
dude, the
Look at
orange.
they're putting like holes in.
Oh, in the back of the knee.
They're putting like holes in the plastic behind them.
But like they're like bent over. Like
The
I feel like
oranges
you should
are
want to stand up.
exploding, dude. Nah, I'd rather take a shot to the ass than like my lower back.
Oh
Dude,
my
that would
God.
sting so bad.
Or your stomach. You get
Oh.
smoked in the stomach. Not be able to breathe.
Oh, right there, dude. No way.
Guys, I'm sorry
Nah,
for the
I'm
ones
done.
listening, but we
I'm
should
done. Nah, I'm not doing that.
Anyway, so
highlight oranges.
highlight having professional athletes do what they do in their professional
What
sport
a
at
weird
you.
job.
Basically, put an orange into like a automated pitching machine
Right.
and just stand in front of it.
Or
But
like taking
put
a
it
shot
up, put
from
it
a,
up to like extreme.
or like taking a fucking
A pitch from
no, I was gonna
Yeah.
say tennis.
tennis. Yeah, same shit.
Look at the back of his
Just
knee.
smoking you in the back.
Dude, that's right after
Deesh.
it. That's right after it. Too.
Yeah. Mace, what's your number one?
Number one is, so you got these idiots on social media that wear fucking GoPros and do like crazy parkour, like jumping off of like crazy high buildings and cranes. Nah, like my heart is thumping the entire time watching that.
Oh yeah.
Like even if they're not even jumping, like if they're just standing
No,
up
but
there, and
usually
you're
they
like,
are.
what do
They
you
are.
even,
Yeah, but
what
they
are you
are
even
jumping
doing
and
up
they're
there?
doing like handstands on top of a 200-story building.
right with on top of the crane on top of that
Yeah,
that building.
Like, stop.
And you're like, how'd you even get up there?
And I'm sitting there watching. I'm just like, like, fall, fall,
I'm down
You
to watch.
deserve it.
I'm down to watch a death today.
Yeah,
I don't care.
fall.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
Like look at this shit they're
That's
doing. It
my
makes
number one.
no sense that he's just on a roller going down the street. Like what are they even doing?
He's got wheels on his knees.
He's got
and holding-
rollerblades
yeah.
on his knees and he's holding like an ab wheel.
Yeah.
Could they be any?
That actually looks fun as shit.
It does. But I'm saying, like, could they be any more,
They're in like a skate park down
Drunk
there.
or high.
Yeah.
like, what kind of life, man?
That's what I'm saying. This is the kind of stuff that you would want to be famous for. Not the stuff like having oranges thrown at you by high-live professionals.
Or
Or when he shits
or-
in the hardware.
or snorting fucking wasabi.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, what?
Dave England goes into the hardware store and
Takes
shits in
a
one of
shit
the
in the
display
toilet.
toilets.
Yeah.
But if you watch his scenes, he shits himself on the way
On
there.
the way
before
there, 'cause
he
he's
has
in
to go
the-
later in the day.
Yeah, they're messing with him, like poking his stomach. He's like, dude, stop! I'm gonna shit myself, and then eventually shit himself in the van waiting for it because he took so many laxatives.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
What was your number one? The people high up.
Well, yeah, like on the cranes and doing buildings and dumb shit like that.
My number one is. Have you guys ever seen or heard of the movie Roar?
No.
No, I can't say.
So do me a favor, Google this.
Uh-huh.
This was a movie. It's about. I don't know if
Roar?
it's there. Roar. ROAR. Type in movie after it because. There it is. So scroll down to the right there. Let me read the.
1981, huh?
Yeah. Keep scrolling. So a woman and her family travel to Africa to meet a scientist who lives with wild animals.
Okay.
Is a little synopsis for it. The movie itself is shot by who's the director?
Yeah.
But it's him and basically his whole family because they couldn't find other people that wanted to be in the movie.
Did you tell me about this before?
They couldn't find other people that wanted to be in the movie because it's shot with real fucking big cats. Big cats, lions, tigers.
Melanie Griffin.
So
Still hot.
they are on this fucking they're in Africa on this reserve with real animals shooting a movie.
Why do I know? I've heard about this. I know something about this.
I probably brought it up to you
You must
before.
have brought this up.
So
Have you-
many people got hurt.
You've seen this, right?
So many people got hurt. It's like it's tough to watch. It's again, they're real big cats. They're like sometimes
Injuries and set damages.
sometimes they don't want to fucking deal with your shit.
Due
So what
to
do
the
they do?
large number of untrained animals on set, there was a reported 48 injuries within the 2 years since filming. So 2 years of filming? Come on, guys. Attacks by the big cats used to film resulted in real blood appearing in the final cut. It has been estimated that out of the 140-person crew, 70 members have been injured during the production of Roar. In 2015 interview, John Marshall, I'm guessing that's the director, said that he believed the numbers of people injured was over 100.
I'm gonna have to watch that.
I might watch it just 'cause.
Dude, so right there, Noel Marshall was bitten through the hand.
Nice.
There was one guy that had to go to the hospital because the lion just missed its carotid artery. The lions
That's
know
not
how
that
to
important, is it?
the lions know how to kill things. They know. I hit you in the neck.
They've
You're
been
probably
doing
gonna
it
fucking die.
Forever.
So to be in a movie with real big cats, who the fuck do you think you are? Basically, who do you think you are?
Mr.
And it had
Big
to be,
Shot.
it had to be basically all this guy's family because nobody else, everyone else was like, "Fuck that." Did you train the lions at all? No. Okay.
Talk to
Then
my
no.
agent and see. No,
Yeah.
I think it's a real good opportunity for you to go down the fucking Congo and get eaten by a lion.
By then, Marshall had been bitten around 11 times.
No, that's
I
it?
don't even know what happened before that, but like,
Oh, sorry.
Wait, who went into a
are you
coma?
kidding me?
Let me read this. Somebody went into a coma after diagnosed with blood poisoning after being bit.
Because they've been attacked so many times.
Diagnosed with gangrene.
Yeah. Like,
Never heard of it. Is that good?
I
is
think
that
it's
a positive?
I think it's something like the coronavirus.
Yeah. Is that better or worse than the coronavirus?
Like, Hadrian was bitten in the
That's
head.
just being irresponsible, especially as like a type of director or something like that. That's just
Right.
very irresponsible.
During a promo shoot in 73, Hadrian was bitten in the head by a lion
I'm sure that felt good.
whose teeth scraped against Hadrian's skull.
Little scalp massage.
So here's the thing. The lions probably knew. They're like, listen, dog, I'm not trying to kill you, but just get the fuck away from me for a minute.
Put
And we'll
them
just,
fucking cameras in a box.
Yeah, and we'll just bite you in the head, scrape your skull a little bit, and then talk to you later. They're lions.
Yeah, king of the jungle. Everybody know that. I
They're
watched a
gigantic.
lion kill an African. I watched a lion kill a giraffe the other day. I'm sure lions have killed Africans before, but I'm just saying that's not what I was going for. I'm going to say a giraffe.
Yeah, so she was admitted to Antelope Valley Hospital after the 5-ton elephant, Tenbo, picked her up and fractured her ankle with his trunk before bucking her off his back.
Buck.
Like, who do you think you are?
Elephants.
Like,
They're smaller than a little bit smaller than mastodons, and they were dinosaurs.
Jesus Christ.
what when you came into this garage today, what was the over under of me saying Mastodon?
4. And you hit the over.
What was the over under of the word Mastodon being used?
Oh, Christ.
We should set some over under on words.
We should just write random words and just see if they ever get used.
Yeah.
Fucking Mastodon? A
Love
woolly
it.
mammoth? Mastodon?
Love it.
Unbelievable.
But the movie Roar,
Ice Age?
it's absurd.
I'm guessing a woolly mammoth is bigger than a mastodon.
Probably. Cinematographer Jan de Bont was scalped by a lion, an injury requiring 220 stitches.
That's a lot of stitches.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
I just feel like getting stitches in like the Congo ain't gonna be that clean.
Yeah.
Especially in 81.
That's
No,
why there's
they're-
blood poisoning and gangrene and shit.
Yeah.
Gangrene.
This is as clean as it gets.
Somebody piss on me. Do something.
Is that gonna make it better or worse?
My number one is base jumping. I don't understand these fuckos who are just like, I went skydiving, but that's kind of like,
You did?
so, yeah. It's
So did I.
so it's like a whole, it's a whole
Did you guys go
process.
together?
No.
He was on my back. It's like a whole process. You know what I mean? Like you've fallen, but then once the parachute opens, you get the coast, and it's like dope. You're seeing all this land. You get to, you're like, oh shit, people look so small.
Yeah,
You're-
base jump is like pushing it to the max. Like you pull that chute
but you're
at
not
the last
falling.
possible
Yeah, like you're
second
literally falling in like the.
for like 10 seconds, then you pull the chute, and then all of a sudden it catches. It slows you down enough to land.
But I'm saying like 10 seconds is even too long. Like the fall off a high building probably only takes like 5 seconds. If you're over 200 pounds, like just think how fast you're
yeah.
falling, and you're
And
only
we know-
getting faster.
We know at
and
least
faster
one
as you
person
go.
here is over 200
Uh-huh.
pounds.
Definitely.
Okay. I think all three of us might be over 200
How
pounds.
dare he? But
How dare you, Rod?
Dude, I'm
Get-
buck
get
six,
up there.
saying,
dude.
the-
I'm a buck six.
you
No,
know-
you're not. No, you're not. Maybe in high school you were.
the faster you, or the more
Fuck
you
outta
fall,
here.
the faster
Round
and
down.
faster you get.
No, no, no,
I round down. I round down and subtract 30 pounds.
Base jumping just is crazy.
So I saw again in my research of stunts that were actually performed in movies.
And trust me, then people definitely die.
GoldenEye, Pierce Brosnan
Oh, stud.
starts off the movie.
He's such a stud. Married Selma Hayek, who is still one of the most beautiful women walking the earth. And you can quote me.
Okay. Starts off the movie with that bungee jump off of like a huge, I don't know what dam it is, a fucking Hoover Dam. I don't know what it is.
Good one.
The Hoover.
But
Herbert Hoover.
starts off the movie bungee jumping off that bitch. Now bungee's a little bit different than base jumping,
Yeah.
but the same idea where it's just like
You went bungee jumping, right?
Yeah, bungee jump was wild too.
I feel like that's scarier than skydiving.
They're both like different. I mean,
Obviously, they're different.
yeah, no
Mason,
shit.
that's why I'm asking you.
Skydiving was cool because like you get on the plane and then it's just like you're
the
sitting there.
experience.
You're sitting there and you're just like you get on the plane. You're like, yeah, whatever. I'm going skydiving.
I've been on a plane
And
before.
then
No
you're
big deal.
fucking 11,000, 12,000. Then you get up to like
And they
13,000
open
feet.
the door.
And they open the door.
And you're like, I don't think you're supposed to do that.
Wait, and it's the middle of the summer. It's the middle of summer. You just get this chill down your spine. All the cold air like hits you, and you're like,
You're in shorts because it's
And you're
90 on the ground, but
and you're
40 in the sky.
and you're like, oh shit, I'm jumping out of this.
Hey guys, the only way I'm getting out of this
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
is
out.
jumping
Because
out.
once you get on that plane, you're the only way you're getting out is jumping out.
Because they crash them into the ocean when they're done.
Yeah,
Well,
literally, every pilot dies.
Then
well,
he just
I'm
pushes
sure-
triangle and jumps out, and then wherever the plane
Triangle.
wherever the plane lands,
Stop!
wherever the plane,
I'm gonna piss myself. Stop!
you just press the triangle, and wherever the plane lands, it lands. Later, Nico Bellic.
Oh God! I might piss myself.
Hold in that piss, man. Hold it in.
Oh Christ!
Yeah, because I mean, I imagine as the instructor or whatever you want to call it, there's a lot of people that panic when they get up there.
Oh yeah.
Everybody.
That
everyone.
Well, that's why you're attached to a person.
right, but that's what I'm saying. So that they make you do it, so that when you get down, you're like, thank you for making me do it. Because
Yeah, everybody bitches
Oh,
out.
dude,
Sure.
right
It
for
was-
sure.
I didn't, but because I'm alpha.
I'm fucking
But,
fucking a man.
No. We're going out this
Yeah.
way.
I ain't no punk ass bitch.
No, like I was just like up in the plane. I was like, well, like I'm here. I gotta do
Yeah,
it.
there's.
So like, I got up
gotta
to the
spend
edge.
$250.
That's why I don't go up
I
on the
got up to
plane.
the edge and I was like, all right, well, like he was like, just lean forward whenever you're ready. I'm like, well, I'm ready. Like, there's no like you're one way or another. I'm going out.
How do
the
I
plane.
come unattached from
Yeah.
you? I'll talk to you later.
But
Yeah.
no, it was a very cool experience in the end.
It was very fun.
Bungee jumping was cool as well. It was different, like, because it's up to you to like jump out, like, and you're attached, obviously, you know. But like, I
Where'd
watched
you
like,
bungee jump?
in New Zealand.
Which sounds awesome, by the way.
I watched like 10 people go before me,
That's not good.
and the dudes
Gotta
that
be the first.
the dudes that work there, like
Do
they
me a favor, shut it down, and then I'll go.
They like feed off of how nervous you are.
Oh, for sure.
So like there was a bunch of like I call
They
them
call you a
tourists.
Yankee
I call
pussy?
them tourists like and foreigners, but they were like Asians, and I'm there with like my
Were they
family.
like
but
Asian or were they
they
Asian?
were Asian.
Yeah.
So I watched them.
They were
dump.
similar to Asians,
They can set like how much stretch is in like the bungee jump
right?
off of
What
like
if they stretch too much?
off of their weight. So they were like, all these Asians were coming up, and they were purposely because
$1.10.
they knew they were so scared that so they were making them jump and the stretch so it shoots them back up after they dunk their head in the fucking river that
shit.
you're jumping over.
Yeah, see,
And I'm like, dude, I don't feel
it's
like
fucked up.
I don't feel like getting fucking wet. So
That
I
is
was like,
fucked up.
nah, act cool. Like, act cool. Like, be real fucking chill with them.
No, I'm from the land.
Dude, I jumped down. I think my fingertip touched the water. Like when I jumped, and you're sitting there, and all of a sudden it's just coming at you so fast, and all of a sudden it's like, and just sucks you back up, and you're like, oh shit! Like my finger. I think
It's like Julian from Big Daddy. He sucks the spit back up in his mouth.
Yeah. Yes. Exactly.
30 packets of ketchup, please.
Same
All right, let's
exact
run
thing.
through our 5 through 1.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Past my bedtime.
Yeah,
My
it's
alarm
getting
just
late.
went off on my phone. My life's changed very fast, boys.
Yes. 5 through 1.
Yeah, give me your whole 5 through 1.
5 through 1 was bullfighting, bull tamer. Like, but I also stated that
Bullshit.
running with the bulls, running with the bulls would be cool.
Yeah, it would
but
be so awesome. Let's do
number
it.
4 was like eating shit on Fear Factor. Number 3, shot with literally anything, but I referenced the beanbag in Jackass. Number 2 was swimming under a frozen lake or body of water, and 2 is like parkour, doing dumb shit on high buildings and cranes for the social media video.
My number 1 is when Jason Bourne parkoured off the building into the window lower than him
Yeah.
because he has to be so fucking accurate with it.
Yeah,
He fucked up, obviously he's falling.
Calculations.
Jumping from moving cars. Being pulled on the ground by a car or horse. I'm scared of cars, I guess, because
Yeah.
my number 2 is
I'm going to give you a ride home, or?
By
Dri-
horse.
driving in a car that flips, especially multiple times. And my number 1 is taking part in the movie Roar.
That's just
You can't fuck with real big cats.
That's irresponsible.
Yeah.
Mine was riding a bull. 2 was putting your head in the alligator's mouth. Use your head, pal. Huh? Use your head.
Use
He
it and
obviously
don't
wasn't.
Put it in the mouth.
He obviously wasn't.
Nice. 3 was the BTP because
The BTP.
I mean, explain.
Toupee.
Toupee.
Okay.
The BTP. I know
was
what
like-
you were saying, but it's the
I was like, toilet paper? What? I don't remember this.
Come on. You
Bee
don't know.
toilet paper?
The B toilet paper. That would.
That
Could you
would be
imagine?
worse.
Oh.
Poison
That would
ivy
definitely be
toilet
worse.
paper. Number 2 was the
Use these leaves, man. Don't worry about it.
highlight. The highlight orange.
Mm.
Getting highlight or oranges highlight at you.
Or lacrosse or tennis or just
Literally,
by
yeah.
a professional.
How about a slap shot to the fucking
Yeah.
balls?
No.
Or to anywhere.
No.
Pick a part on your body,
Number
and I still
1,
don't want it to happen.
base jumping because, come on,
Who do you think you are?
Batman.
I am.
Batman.
Guys, thank you again for listening. We love you guys. I know we kind of missed a week. I don't know when this one's coming out. Wagner's should be whenever, and whatever. We're
Yeah.
just
You'll figure it out when you're listening to
upload
it.
it and listen. We love you guys. Rate us on your app devices. Give us a couple 1 star, 5 stars. We just like it. If you don't like us, let us know. If you do like us, we appreciate it, and we love you guys. Other than that, Mason, see you later. Thanks for coming out, and keep on rolling. Episode 85 or some shit. I don't know. Peace.